Like,
no charity event that works like that. It's just
The
bananas.
other way they're using it is like, how dare you criticize a charity event?
That's the other thing. These people have been going, Ethan's trying to fuck with a charity event. Oh, yeah.
oh, is he now? Because I know 2 certain dumbasses that confirmed fucked with a charity event. So let's talk about their asses. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, my nigga? Yo, that shit is crazy, yo. We should talk about the 2 motherfuckers who again lost $250,000. We should ask them if they truly think that wasn't fucking the event up. I wonder what their response would be. Interesting. Like, what are we talking about? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all saw the title on the thumbnail. We back watching more of the pod. You know, we get down. But yeah, like I said, y'all saw. We got Ethan Klein bringing on Harley Morenstein to talk about the dramas obviously going on with Creator Clash. If y'all know, y'all seen all the Johns, bro. We done yapped about this boy a lot. But yeah, Creator Clash 3 was obviously postponed off of being in Tampa, Florida, whatever. They done moved that boy. Not only that, but they moved that boy to Los Angeles, California, and the date is now October 25th. Obviously, like I came out saying, we all know the controversy behind that boy. Ian and Anissa royally mucked that boy up. Real fucked. I ain't gonna lie. And yeah, obviously that turned into a whole shitstorm. Fighters dropping off the card, you know, the controversy with the content comps, all that junk culminating. And yeah, all the info is slowly getting outed. Obviously, Ian and Anissa disassociated themselves, all that type of jazz, and it's put in the hands of real good touring and a production company. And like I've been saying, we gonna have to see where that boy goes when the time does come up. But of course, the yap sesh must commence. You know how that goes down because Trilly talks everything, Trilly yaps everything. Let's get right into it. You already know every time. Yo, shout out Ethan, Eula, everybody on the pod, the whole crew, and of course the fam gang. Must be shared. We got IDUB situation keeps getting worse. H3 show 153. We checking out the segment, the financials of Creator Clash. We doing the financials of Creator Clash, and then next vid I'm gonna check out the IDUB's response, and then the Hasan donation drama, which I already know, like I be saying all the time. Down in the description, first link. Share the love as always, and let's get right into it. Factual, stamped. It's about to be a yap sesh. Be prepared. You already know.
And everybody loves Harley. He had a spectacular debut here.
Did you mean to sound like Trump right there?
No.
Everyone loves him.
We love
everyone
Harley.
Saying.
Buddy says he's
what the hell is going on?
Everybody was clamoring for more
Kissing
Harley.
my ass.
And, well, I'm a man of the people.
I love Tesla.
And I give the people what they want. And so I bring you once again Harley Morenstein.
He's back! Like, yo.
In parentheses, Jewish.
Thank you for having me, by the way.
Harley, welcome back to the show. Nice to see you. How's it to be back? You know, I'm sure you saw the warm reception.
Is this like a fucking copy of Hasan shit?
That you received from the audience from after your last visit here?
It was very nice. It was very nice, actually. I liked it a lot.
Well, I agree. I think you're just a terrific guy, and I think you're a very funny guy. Lots of thirsting as well. I don't know if you know. Are you single?
Yeah, I could be.
Depends who's asking.
Yeah, hey, it could be. You guys were talking about height before, and when I used to be on the dating apps, I always put 6'6", but I'm 6'5".
Bruh. Yeah, bro, that extra inch just adds so much more aura.
Because let me tell you something, 6'5", you're in like the top 5% maybe of tall.
No, you're way higher than that.
Well, 6'6" is a whole other level.
But 6'6" is when it starts to get weird.
Just let me.
Michael Jordan is 6'6", isn't he?
Facts. Shout out MJ. Kobe is too.
Yeah, he's 6'6", and it's true. At a certain height, like around 6'5", things start to get weird. People wear like big Velcro shoes.
Yeah. Yeah,
or they have like, you know, like one big shiny shoe or something, and like a big head.
Start to feel weird. Yeah.
The heart beats differently.
You don't live as long, my God, man. Right?
No, yeah, I probably won't make it that long. My fingers are so far from my heart.
I'm like Harley, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. It's just.
Can I say something, by the way?
Does that mean that little people live longer?
Yo, what the fuck you think?
Interesting.
the questions that need to be answered.
Because their fingers are close to their heart.
Something to ponder on for sure.
Well, we don't have to ponder. Ask ChatGPT quick. Go ahead, Harley.
Yeah, I want to say something. It was crazy. I know I'm just a guest, and I'm like, I'm waiting to come on. But you guys were talking about Jollibee.
Yeah.
I'm the guy, dude.
What does that mean?
You should have had me in here. That's my thing. Like fast food. Like I'll tell you something. I got opinions, bro. I'm the most leading expert in fast food that you've probably ever had on the podcast. You know what I mean?
I might know a thing or two.
That's true. It is a topic. So, well, what's your opinion on Jollibee?
Wait, so you
I
should...
wanted to...
You should also... Hi, by the way.
Wait, is this...
Hi, nice to see you.
Wait.
You should order it, and we all eat it at the same time.
Unfortunately, I don't have access to a Jollibee here. Yeah. So,
and that's just
I want
another
to say
reason
Jollibee,
why Canada is an L territory.
You can't do that when we're in a trade war. Those jokes are mean when we're at war.
Right, we love Canada, actually.
Listen, your war was with the Philippines, okay?
I heard that in the back. Told you.
Harley, am I mistaken, or are you in some kind of bizarro Hasan set there?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, is this like Hasan shit? It looked just like his John, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like fucking clone the John.
Room, actually.
This is your room. It's incredible.
Dude, you should see my swords over here. They're insane. I can't show them on stream because TOS, but my swords are crazy.
One of them might be a little spicy.
What's on
There's
this?
some crazy stuff. I don't even want to say it. You should see these swords. There's 10 of them in there.
Wow.
They're fucked.
Can't imagine what it could be.
Is that?
Do you happen to have any Hitler
The fucking Hasan. Is that a swastika? Like,
youth knives or pocket knives or watches or anything? Hitler youth.
I have Hitler my books here. I have Hitler book and Osama bin Laden book. Osama bin Laden's smarter than you, by the way. Smarter than all of you put together.
He's right.
So I got those books there. Yeah.
He's got swastika diamonds.
Right. Okay, well, it sounds like you're all settled in there and comfortable.
Oh, can I say something? I wanted to say,
Always.
Jollibee chicken
Yeah.
is really good. Like Jollibee fried chicken is, I would choose that over KFC.
Okay.
So, do you have a favorite?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not taking any of that John over Popeyes. A Popeyes biscuit, though, I ain't gonna lie, we will be struggling.
Go ahead.
Well, having said that, one of the best things to get there is the spaghetti, because I know it was weirding you out, and it is weird. It's not going to be spaghetti. It tastes like SpaghettiOs, kind of. Like it tastes a bit like that type of spaghetti. I know I'm not selling it. It's better than everything I'm saying, though.
I love spaghetti.
It's better than this. Me too.
Did anyone order spaghetti?
Yeah, I did.
Just you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there was. She knows.
She was like, nah, I had that spaghetti on deck, though. I got that shit locked down.
I want to have
I could see it in the photo. It looked delicious to me.
It looked okay. All right, well, we'll see.
You could just smell it. You could smell it, and then, well, I don't know. I don't know why I'm inviting you to smell her food. But
No, you can absolutely smell it.
Well, I mean, I bought it. It's the least she can do is let me smell it, you know?
I know, right?
You can smell all the food in there.
That's right.
Right.
I'm like the king. Maybe this isn't the most nice. It's like, you remember there used to be laws where like the king got to sleep with the...
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, huh? He just said, nah, hit the button. This shit crazy. Like,
the
prima nocta, but smelling food.
The groom. It's like that.
Ew, that was a thing?
It wasn't. I think in certain places that was a thing where the king...
Yeah, it's called prima nocta, I think. The king has
your
the first night.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's how Braveheart started, the movie Braveheart, remember?
Oh, shit.
That's what happens at the beginning there, something like that. But also, when you were going to do the thing before, I think the word you wanted to say was plie.
Plie, thank you.
In ballet, yeah.
Plie.
But I couldn't see your feet. It's a fundamental maneuver, but I couldn't see your ankles, so I couldn't tell if it was a demi-plie. But if you lift your heels up, that's a plie. If they're staying on the ground, that's a demi-plie.
You said up your knowledge.
You weren't saying it well.
I know about a demi-plie.
Okay, but then
I'm
why did he...
fact-checking about the sleeping with the bride on the...
What?
I'm looking it up right now.
I take... you made a curtsy gesture. I feel like you led us astray.
What's the difference?
Plie is, would you like to see?
Please, yes.
Demonstrate, please.
You're in
Plies.
first position or whatever position.
You're in first position.
Oh.
And demi-plie is like all the way.
Demi.
How demure. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, what's the one where you're like you're like high class, high crust greeting? That's the
Those are
right?
ballet moves.
A
What are you
curtsy?
talking about?
That's a whole
high
new
class,
introduction.
like a Shakespearean curtsy at the end of a play when people bow.
A curtsy.
You know, Shakespearean curtsy, the girls go all the way down to the floor because of their dresses.
Did you know that?
Did you know that?
women.
Ethan, did you know that?
Did you?
Yo, Dan Preston said, yo, did you know that though? I bet you ain't know that. That's crazy. Yes, what I did.
You mean the men who played women?
Yes.
This is not what podcasts are.
Okay, dude, you don't get it.
It's horrible.
It's like whatever I do, this guy's talking my ass, telling me what is and isn't
Zach,
podcasting.
you gotta
believe
hang
the
up
balls
on him.
on this dude.
I think he would need to lose a lot of money.
What the fuck do you? Why
I say like you did, Ian?
are you counting my money, Harley? Why is he counting my money?
I can't say anything because I've been trying to count his money.
Facts. True. Hypocritical. For the right reasons. Where the fuck is the 250K? Stupid ass. Like, yo, what are we talking about?
I was really trying to count his money for a couple of creator clashes there.
Yeah, what's your total at?
Well, I know you definitely weren't counting shit for 2 because there was no money.
Well, I was curious. I was just always curious how much someone, with the thing, because then they revealed recently that they were getting 34% of the profits there.
Yeah, we're getting
Needs to be talked about more.
into that.
That's what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Did I jump? I jumped too far.
Let's do it.
No,
Let's-
I mean, no,
let's
Look what
do
I
it.
did. No, I should. That was stupid.
No, not at
That
all.
was stupid.
Jewish.
Nah,
You can button
yeah.
it. You can button it.
It's not. This isn't
It's a
like
spoiler.
a novel.
It's
This
a
isn't-
spoiler,
It's not
I
like a,
swear, fucking Ian and Anissa are never living these sound bites down, along with Hasan, dumbass. Like, yo.
move. We're not. It's not like a twist or anything.
Jewish.
Okay.
Jewish.
Well, I was pocket watching quite a bit because I'm in the events, and so I was always.
Trilly's favorite activity and hobby, the art of the pocket watch. The pocket watch. We love seeing dollars. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, Ian and Anissa need to be pocket watch. Because again, yo, they cooked the shit out the books, bro. We gotta see where the money went. We need to see them books. They need to be cracked.
Wow, I'd see something cool. I'd be like, that's cool. Kind of, I kind of bought it. Not really, but I kind of did, I'm allowed to smell it. Like the camera rigs and all that, I'm allowed to smell it. I put in sweat, training for the event and all that. But then they revealed on the Creator Clash thing that they made 34%. And you know what? I wasn't really taken aback, or
You weren't surprised by that.
I knew they were gonna make money. I thought maybe they would have taken a sack.
Yeah, they would have had to, because again, like, they put down the deposit for the arena and shit like that. Like, yo, you're especially with their dumbasses, bruh, leeches and shit. Like, you're not about to just go out straight up on a loss unless you're a complete dumbass, which they are. But even still, on that factor, like, of course they would want to be fucking profiting from this shit. So yeah, from that aspect. But 34%, and y'all motherfuckers not even boxing? What are we talking about? Never.
Salary or something. I didn't know how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not outlandish, but I thought it was pretty crazy the Creator Class shared it. Made me feel like maybe there's bad blood going on.
That was
or something.
1,000% a sneak diss. There is no other way to interpret that. They knew it was going to cause a shitstorm. They went completely out of their way to mention it. Here, let me pull it up.
That's a really hard question.
Shut up.
That's a really hard
God, I
question.
hate her.
Yeah, reasonable.
She's the worst.
Agreeable.
Was it on this one? Let's see. Do the fighters get paid? Yeah, here it is. So they put out this they took over the website.
Okay. Finally.
They have a
Literally, like, nah, I'm with Elon on that. They should have been changed this shit up. I ain't gonna hold you.
transparency Q&A. And at the bottom, do the fighters get paid? Here's what it says. Yes, each fighter received a guaranteed purse to help cover training and preparation expenses.
Yeah, we knew that.
We knew that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we knew that.
In addition, 20% of the net profit from the event will be evenly split among all the fighters. Okay.
Okay. So this is where I starting to have a lot of opinion, but okay, go ahead.
Like, I guess that's not, like, again, like, it's not too bad, but, like, again, the fighters being the main motherfuckers bringing more of an audience, because we discussed this in another vid. Like, obviously, Ian and Nisa being the main motherfuckers, like, the founders of the event or whatever, shouldn't have been. Definitely shouldn't have been fucking the promoters of the shit, because they're incompetent at that. We know that. But, like, yeah, obviously, they're going to be bringing in a base audience of niggas who was fans of soy dubs and shit like that. But also, the fighters, these motherfuckers are creator class. They got audiences, too. Like, yo, more of the money should be going to these niggas, because without them, we have no event. Like,
well, I mean, if it's a charity event, I don't know why they need to get paid, personally.
To me, okay, at this point, what you're describing is not a charity event, because I don't see any...
But it never was in the first place. That's what I'm saying again. And that's where that clip, obviously, you seen from a minute ago, came out from, with Ian and Nisa, obviously, on the H3 pod. Like, yo, Ian's like, yeah, man, it's going to be a charity aspect and all that shit. Like, they should have never tried to use this, again, like, use the whole charity shit as a shield for this event when, that was basically never the intention in the first place. But yeah, once coming off of Creator Clash 1 or whatever, that's going to be the shield, because we raised $1.3 million for charity. Oh my god, we're so great.
Mention of charity.
But then,
which is fine, but just don't call it a charity event.
But let's say, how many fighters are there in total? Like 20? Maybe 18? So you'd have, yeah. So 20, let's say there's 20 fighters. So each fighter gets 1% of the net profit. Then splash cut over to a further 34% profit share originally allocated to Ian and Anissa.
Why?
Is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure. Now, my friends,
losing money costs you nothing.
That's easy to say, buddy.
Except for your money.
You know. By the way, AB, welcome back to the game, baby. What are we at today in the stock market? I am a fully licensed financial advisor, Harley. If you have financial questions, please field them now.
I've seen it on your story posts, and I fully trust them.
I mean, my track record is fairly good, I would say. So they've been yoinking 34%.
S&P's down today.
Yeah, barely. No,
yeah, but dude, it's just, you brought it up. So.
It's not, man, you don't know. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. If you're going to look at one day.
Well, just you asked how he did today, and I'm telling you, it's down.
I didn't ask what's it at today.
It's down in the past 4 days.
Do you know what it's down today? 0.0081%.
You brought it up and you said, "Hey, AB, how you looking?" And then we looked it up and it's down.
Oh, well,
it's red.
Here you go. How about let's pull it out and do it like grown-ups. You know what I mean?
Like, he's just saying because he's been telling me not to sell. He even reached out to me when I was on vacation. Said, "Hey, man, don't sell."
AB was about to sell at the pit.
I'm glad I didn't. Yeah.
Let's click 6 month.
This is 1 year.
Well, let's look at 6 months.
You guys, we have so much
down
to say about Creator Clash.
Well, people were panic selling.
He said, "Play the fucking clip, Ethan." Like, yeah.
And AB was about to panic sell.
Why are we even talking?
And
Literally,
I said, "Hold strong, brother."
What triggered this? Like, what was said in the conversation?
No, money. It was money.
You
just randomly brought up the stock market.
No, I brought it up, but then you made it way worse when you're like, "Oh, well, it's down today." And now you're challenging my credentials.
He said, "Yo, you trying to test my gangster? This right here, I had to get it handled." Like,
you asked how it was doing.
I did not. Did I ask how was the stock market today?
No, you said
that's fabricated.
Specifically,
that's literally rewriting history, Anissa.
No, you're the one. You're the one, Anissa.
You know what, Dad?
How much you went up today?
All of your
Anissa.
He said, "Ethan, you're capping. You're capping." Like,
you need to lose everything you have.
There was an obvious implication.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I fucking love watching the pod, yo. We gotta say, shout out the pod, bro. Like, yo, I'm trying to say, this is a perfect shit for me to be watching, bro. The fucking side tangent shit. Trilly loves the side convos, yapping, all that shit, bro. We love seeing it. As always, shout out H3 fam, everybody on the pod, Ethan, Eli, everyone.
Just for this,
there was an obvious implication from your question.
I hope you lose everything.
Man, I hope your pocket empty.
What actually happened? You said the S&P is up, and I was like, "Oh, let's go." And then I Googled it, and it was red. And then
not today. I mean, when I talk about the S&P being up, I'm not talking about. Dude, I don't see the world in blips of
I just think the funniest thing is like, yo, Ela's like, yo, we gotta get home, but at least before 5. This shit crazy. We gonna be here for like 6 hours. This shit not going.
Hey, I mean, I don't move at, I see things on a much wider, higher angle.
Because
I move
you're
like
Jewish.
I move like
slow. Then why do you ask for daily updates?
I move like Trent's in Lord of the Rings.
Honestly, the only
Yo, bro said, nah, Ethan, what you a day trader or some shit?
reason I check the S&P is because you mention it every show.
Every show. And are you invested?
You guys, this is horrible.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, Ela. Play the fucking clip, Ethan. Like,
what podcasting?
You want to talk about watches?
It's horrible.
Harley, what's on your wrist?
I have nothing on my wrist.
Fair enough.
Except your heart.
But it's straight. You know what
we
I saw?
talked about this last time. See, that's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, and I saw Tom Cruise. He was wearing a suit, and his watch was like, he had his arm up, and his watch was all down his forearm.
It was way too loose.
Wasn't it supposed to be locked in on the knuckle? Isn't it supposed to be locked in up here?
Some people don't. Some people wear it too loose. I think that's probably a faux pas, but
I believe he wears a platinum day-date president.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's Tom Cruise's watch?
Yes, from what I've seen pictures of.
I mean, it's pretty, it's not crazy. It's nice.
It's
the platinum's
expensive.
a little special hint. How much is a platinum day-date?
Like MSRP 60, 65, maybe.
That's like pretty normal for a day-date.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I definitely understand like Rollies, APs, and shit like that. Richard Mills, like they retain their value pretty good. But god damn, bro, we paying $65,000 to tell the time. God damn, I'm not gonna lie, motherfucker got an iPhone for this shit. Yo, they crazy, bro. But yeah, Rollies and shit like that, like watches, they be really high on values and shit.
Noon day-date. Anyway, let's move on.
It's cheap.
It's not cheap. I'm just saying it's normal for a day-date. I mean, it's Tom Cruise. He's worth like $1 billion. You know what I mean?
No.
He's also a part of Scientology.
Right. So
Some ordinary gamer said, I agree with Ethan. You guys need to look beyond the one day. Ethan's the one who brings it up every day. He's the one that's watching it. I'm trying to tell I agree that you shouldn't look at it.
Who's taking my fully licensed...
No, this is
fully
Muda,
accredited
you misunderstand the situation.
I've heard enough.
He just said also, I like a loose watch, which I don't know about that. We might have a problem
Muda
here.
said that?
Yeah.
Muda likes
a loose watch.
That's
Wait, Muda's
like, bro, a watch is for your wrist. If your fucking watch is down here, bro, this shit not where it's at.
Said that.
You may want to reconsider
that's my boy.
that.
Muda Tahar.
Yeah.
You like a loose watch?
No, I like Muda.
Oh, I like Muda too, but I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
To
I'm about
me,
to say,
when I
but like loose watch is ass.
see someone with a
Like-
watch so loose that it's upside down, I'm like, this guy needs to get a life. You know what I'm saying? When it's upside down.
Bro, if you wearing your shit in the fucking like the dial and shit is like here, bro, take that shit off.
No, that's the OG way.
No, but it's not because they want to wear it upside down. It's because it's too loose.
But there's some people who wear it on the underside, like old people.
Yo, if you fucking wear, I know what Love is talking about, bro, and that's really like the fucking Monopoly Man era shit, bro. Bro, switch your shit around, gang. Like, what the hell?
Well, really
Are
old
you
people.
really trying to engage in Watch Talk right now?
Yes, I am.
Can you put up the graphic at least?
There's some old people put it on the
you have a
underside.
point. You have a point. I'm not mad at that. What I'm mad at is when it's flopping all over the fucking
No one
place.
likes
like a
it.
Guys,
thing.
I am
You guys,
trying
we
to move
have
on.
like hot.
Yo, I'm really feeling bad for Ela. Ela's been saying, yo, we gotta get back to the actual bullshit for like 10 minutes straight now, bro.
Hot sauce here of conversation. That
I'm
is like
trying.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta get to the source. We must get to the source. Like, bro, we gotta get to the meat and potatoes.
So
burning
hard.
my hands. I just want to talk about it already.
All right, get rid of the graphic. Lose the graphic.
You know what, Harley? I am so sorry. You know,
No, I don't
bring
care. I
guests.
have no
This is why we don't
loyalty.
have guests.
No,
I bring
Harley-
them on.
Harley,
I try to
I'm
do something
sorry.
nice, and then I have Dan.
Ignore him.
I have
Harley,
Love
my apologies. My
sabotaging
sincere apologies.
my
I'm
whole-
sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for
I
putting you
have no
through.
loyalty
Yeah.
to any discussions. I was hoping I'd come in for some of Olivia's tea.
Well,
Like,
you
I have
are
no
getting it.
loyalty.
Yo, Olivia said, shoot. Oh, never. Said, tea time. It's getting lovely, huh, hon?
That's anything, you know what I mean?
We actually have.
I'm so happy you're here.
We always got some tea.
You know, when we're done with the Creator Clash talk, we actually have more Goss talk.
We do.
Okay, that's what I like.
So,
but on the boxing thing, let's get it out of the way so we can talk about the
so anyway, so they put out this statement, and this is this statement. What happened now?
The Oreo said Mudahar was wearing his fucking Seamaster halfway up his arm.
Oh yeah, I was in that stream when Dior was talking about that shit because I forgot what the fuck exactly Mudo was talking about, but in the clip you could see and his shit was like right here, bro. I'm like, oh my fucking god, bro, you gotta push that shit up, bro.
What's not a bracelet? It's not a war. It's not a fucking armlet, bro.
There's war going on amongst.
That's a nice war.
Okay, and Muda says, I just like a bit loose, so it wiggles a bit on my arm, not enough to flip upside down.
Can you send a photo? Can you text me a photo?
Nah, bro, Muda had that shit damn near on his fucking elbow, bro. I'm like,
Muda.
Okay, I always say you want some play. You want a little play with it.
That sounds like what Muda said.
A little play.
Little play.
Bro, Muda shit was not a little play.
If the fucking, it needs to be on the. I forget the name of this.
Put the graphic back up.
Listen, we don't need to argue. No, take the graphic down, AB.
You guys can talk about watches.
That's it. I'm like, bro, we're so off topic.
Take it down, AB.
Me and Dan joined the conversation.
To move on. I'm so sorry, Harley.
Harley, I'm sorry.
Take the graphic down. Muda, send us a photo. We don't need to argue. We'll pull up the photo. We'll look and we'll assess. And Nick, while you're there, and nice to see you.
This is blasphemy.
Shout out Pope the Oreo.
The divine. The new Pope. Send in.
Pope
I
Saint
don't
Nicholas
know
the
what you
No,
wear.
he's the new American Pope.
Yeah,
Get it now.
Yeah. So send it in. So you both send photos, please. I'm not in touch with Nick, so you text it to Harley or Muda, and they text me. You guys can give him my number too. Nick's on my speed. Nick's on speed dial.
Nick should text Harley a picture of his phone.
Yeah.
So Harley can send it.
But
to
I was
him.
saying also you can get my number from either one of those guys. All right, can we move on, please, Dan?
Yeah.
Do I have your permission to move on?
We are putting it behind us and we are moving forward.
Yeah, Ethan.
You know, Anissa
Thank you,
and
Ethan,
Ian are
finally.
at home like they're perfect. They're eating each other.
Ethan can't.
He's such a fucking tyrant. Oh, head ass. Like, bro.
Finish his sentence.
This is how they see me. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I was going to do the Jew thing, but people would use that in bad faith.
They found
Yeah, they definitely clip chipping that.
a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experimentation.
Seriously? Seriously? Which experiments?
I was about to say, like, yo, it's so funny how she said that shit, but she is still yet to name those groundbreaking discoveries. Like, yeah, crazy works we got going on here.
Which experiments, Anissa? Say it. Ethan. Say it. Which experiments?
Stop arguing with the soundboard.
I'm so glad we got back on track, guys.
Say it. Be brave and stand on your
as
shit,
terrible
Anissa.
as the Holocaust
pull up
was,
the video.
obviously it was horrendous, and how disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people, gay people, handicaps, twins, and obviously they were obviously Jewish.
Muda texted you.
I love how it's like an afterthought. The Jews are like,
or they did it on Jewish people.
yeah, I think they did it on Jews too.
I'll send it in the podcast. So you focus.
How can I focus now that I know there's a picture?
Mudahara sent you a picture of his.
Thank you, Muda.
You'll have to pull that up, and maybe you could send that to Harley, and then Harley can send it to me over the Discord.
Yeah, if you send it to me, I could put it up on my screen, and someone could screenshot that. And
you know, we're probably gonna have to stay late today, Ela. You should give a heads up to our helpers.
Do you have Harley here? Okay, let's see. Yeah.
I mean,
no, it's Friday, baby. We're getting out of here on time.
I sent it to you.
For sure.
You sent it to Harley. So Harley, you're gonna pull it up and show it on the screen, please. Harley is going to pull it up now. There it is. All right, so what the fuck? That thing is huge. What's the diameter on that?
I think it's a 40 if it's a Seamaster.
No, that looks like a 45.
It didn't look like crazy, Lou.
Well, Muda the only reason we needed a picture was to see the slack. He didn't get the slack.
Wait, Harley,
yeah, you didn't take a right. Let me see it again.
You want that again? You want that again?
Let me see it.
Redo.
I can see the slack.
No, we need one on the bottom
yeah.
to see how much is loose.
Muda, please.
Can he send a video of him like pushing up and down?
Yeah, he needs to jiggle
No, just
his
look
arm.
at the bottom. I just want to see how much spare.
From this photo, it does not look that
It
bad.
looks normal,
looks
right?
fine.
Nah,
Yeah.
we need to look at that other photo that Dura was showing on the stream, bro, because that shit was bad.
It looks big though.
looks fine.
That thing looks monster.
That's what that watch is like.
It's a diving watch.
So what does that mean? They have to make it the size of a fucking oxygen
Well,
tank?
it's supposed to go over your wetsuit. Essentially,
Can you put up the watchdog graph?
No. All right.
No.
All right. So anyway, let's just start the show over, please.
Okay.
But what
I
about
could
the
end the
second?
stream and we just go live.
Guys, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today at the HG Show. Today we're talking about Creator Clash. Here, thank you, Ed. So what did they say? They put out a press release and they sneak dissed them. They said 34% of the profit share originally allocated to Ian and Anissa is now being redistributed among the fighters following their departure. That's fucking interesting. Also, the fighters are now getting 54% profit. And
Right.
again, I don't.
Yeah, weird. I didn't even think about that now, because if this is going back to the fighters too, and then they already have the 20% net profits, that's gonna be split among them evenly. Yeah, that's 54% of the job. Like, yo, so the other half is going to charity, I presume. At least you'd fucking hope, but
I'm not against the fighters profiting, but why are we marketing this as a charity event?
That's my question. And also, I think it's a new information, right? That nothing from the ticket sales or watching it
We're gonna watch.
online
Let me pull the
sales?
video up.
Okay.
Here is this came out first that I saw. Is that we were always like, where are they? There's not putting out a statement. What the hell's going on? So finally, the new owners, who is Ego Raptor of Game Grumps, and he owns the touring or the production company, Real Good Touring, I think it's called. And
so you got like Alana Pierce, and then I forgot what's the other bull, Ethan Nestor. Yeah.
there's Ethan Nestor and Alana Pierce, who I don't know what's their involvement or if they're just there for moral support. It sounds
just there to support.
Yeah, I think they're just spokespeople for the event now.
That's
they're
nice.
hosting also the night of the fight. They're doing something that night.
They're hosting.
They're involved.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
So this came out first,
the first
and then
comment, bro, just calling out Ian and he's hold on.
Gotcha.
So
hold on, bro. I can't see this shit, bro. The fact Ian and Anissa were taking 34% of the profits from this charity event is wild.
So this came out first, and then I saw the press release with the 34%, and that's when this whole thing went nuclear. So let's watch this video here. There's a few standout moments here.
Nobody brought boxing gloves to punch me in the face?
Oh, I should have.
Blah, 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 blah. No one's ever done that there before.
Hello, everybody.
Now, I'll say of these three people, they all seem to be very nice, very kind people. And I said beforehand, whoever inherits this mess, I will put no blame on. Like, they were given...
It's like, yeah, it obviously, like I've been saying the whole time, and still... Obviously, the production, the team, or whatever that took over this, like, how they run the event, it looks... From what they see, and changed the obviously location. They moved it over to Los Angeles. They got a what is it called, stadium or like bowl or whatever. That's like a smaller capacity, more obviously better for the amount of ticket sales that there will be, because it won't be enough to fill up the other one, as we know, and all that shit. Like, it looks like from a base level there, Reese running it better, but we're just gonna have to see. But at least still from that, not too confident, like I said.
In a week, okay, to pick up the pieces of a catastrophic nuclear meltdown that Ian and Anissa, and their sheer incompetence, their sheer lack of foresight, greed, stupidity. And what else? Patheticness.
Narcissism,
left behind.
Yeah.
My name is Ethan Nestor. I fought in Creator Clash 2, and I won. And I'm here with my pals.
Seems like a
to
nice
talk
guy.
About Creator Clash 3.
Alana's nice. I know her. I've never talked to Aaron, but He also seems like a nice guy.
Yes. Hi, I'm Alana.
These are three of the
I
nicest
also
people
fully agree.
I've met since I've moved
There
out
it is.
here.
There it is. And Harley, you want to say something mean about either of these three or no?
No, out of those three, I like Aaron the least by far, and I really like Aaron a lot. So, I mean, that's all I got
Wow,
to say.
that's a stunning endorsement. So,
no, but I was curious though, because Aaron was involved in the first two. So I don't know what the like the thing about, like you were saying, you wouldn't blame the people who inherit Creator Clash, nor would I, because they got to pick up the pieces. But I don't know what the breakdown was or the dynamic any step of the way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like coming off what Harley saying, at least how I'm interpreting it, is like, yeah, they were still like real good touring or whatever. They may have still been on like, well, not may have. They were still definitely on the back end for the Jones, so they still have a part to play, even when Ian and Anissa were like at the top brass or whatever, running this shit incompetent as fuck. Like they still had a part to play in this shit, which obviously we know. The second one looking bad as fucking, and obviously the third one. Let's be real here. Like all that shit. So they still might be on some John where they still might be able to potentially tank this motherfucker worse than it is, bro. We just gonna have to see. That's what I keep saying.
So for me personally, like when iDubbbz and Anissa left, I'm not, as a fighter, I mean, I wouldn't be like, oh cool, now it's a new person. I actively worked with Ian and Anissa because I enjoyed working with them. But I don't really like working with content creators because of basically how it turned out in the end, how it is now. But initially, I'm picky with who I would work with. So if there's a whole new dynamic going on there, it's on a new date, fighters are backing out. It's kind of just, it is a different event.
It's like, yo, the vibes is weird, bro. The vibes is off, like, you're not fucking with them.
But like, I mean, when you bring up the profit thing, I know someone was going to get paid. I know someone's going to make money, obviously, but because of all the bad vibes around the event, they have to kind of explain more things and be transparent.
They gotta crack them damn books. I keep saying it. They need to open them shits up wide as hell. Like a lot of shit need to be dropped on context on why the fuck, especially CC2 was so fucked. But I mean, on a base level, we know why. Again, like I said, Ian and EA incompetent as fuck. They blew all the fucking monies on the galas and parties and shit like that, on the fucking comedian, yada yada, all that bullshit. But I want to see even more. Like, yo, how could this even be like let happen, bro? Like, how do you fuck up the books and shit this bad? What were, like, obviously Ian and Anissa, like I said, heads of the shit, but like what were the niggas even under them a little bit saying? Like, were they saying anything? How does it get this fucking like shitstormy
about more things? So I'm just curious, like how much does Aaron make from Creator Clash 3?
Sure, you know? Yeah, I think that's a totally fair. I think you're right. I think full transparency here is needed. Frankly, I'm surprised that they even want to fucking do this. To me, that seems like suicidal ambition. But he's dedicated. He wants to.
Cause like again, the and Ian and Anissa's rep is already tainted the fuck out of Creator Clash as a just concept's name. Like no matter who runs this shit, whenever you think of Creator Clash now, you're thinking of Ian and Anissa, and if you think of them, you're probably thinking bad. Unless you're a Hasan Glazer, then you're probably thinking, oh my god, hey, we got another one in our group. But besides that factor, if you're actually rubbing your true fucking brain cells together, you'd think, oh yeah, these two dumbasses. Nah.
To do it, he thinks he can pull it off. I mean, I know he's a big like force, right, in the creator space, I think. So maybe he can do it. I feel like it's running uphill, and I feel like as much I'm rooting for them. I feel like there's no chance in hell this succeeds.
To me, it's too hard.
Everybody's so burned out.
It's too hard to separate it from what's happened so far.
Yeah, the brand.
Exactly. It is still Ian and Anissa's Creator Clash, and the downfall of it is still happening in front of us. So like, it's hard to already be like, oh, it's a new thing now. This is a whole new thing, and let's get excited about it again. It's like, no, I don't know. It's still crashing.
Yeah.
The stigma
I agree.
This is aimed so much lower. The Palladium is 20% the size of the
4,000 or
out of Amalie Arena. Yeah, and Amalie Arena is like 18 or 20,000.
Yeah.
So it's.
Have you seen the title? Have you seen the title matchup here, Harley?
Tubbo?
Can you see it? TBD versus
to be determined versus to be determined. Well, damn. I guess we're getting two fucking shadows to fight. Should be very entertaining.
TBD.
Oh, so you think they have a fighter? I think they have someone, by the way, or they have a match secretly. I think they have something that they're planning on revealing, like a big fight.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, your opponent dropped out LA Beast, who we were, talking about what a great.
He said, "Hey man, having that stigma and being on the optics with this event, it just ain't looking too good. I'm out." And I really feel bad for LA Beast because, again, like he had said before, he put in all the time and and was really staying on John. Even when Harley had dropped out and said he wasn't boxing, LA Beast was like, "Yeah, I'm stamped in. I'm still box. We trained, did all this." And within his training, obviously, he was spending time away from his family. He had a newborn and all that type of jazz. He could have been, obviously, giving that TLC to his wife and kid or whatever, like, bro. So I feel bad for him for real on this shit. But the event's going to keep crashing.
Nice guy he is. Freddie Wong, who, this poor guy. That guy's a professional. He's a class.
He's got a movie he's trying to promote. He can't. The time he took off, he tours with his show around Europe and stuff, and he made a movie, he's making a new movie, and he's got to promote it, and he's learning how to fight for that and choreography. Like he took that time, and the fact that it got moved, he can't take that extra time.
Exactly.
So it and I know he was really looking forward to this, so they're rough.
And even worse, what LA Beast had said is that, he had a newborn, that he was, he didn't get to spend as much time with his family as he wanted because he was training for this, and that you just can't get that time back. You know what I mean? You can't get that time back. So, but the good news is that I think is important for us all to bear in mind is that Anissa has never been happier.
I had brought that John up in the other video too. I'm like, and you know what is crazy about all of this? At the end of the day, Anissa is happier than ever. Yeah, after this goddamn shitstorm, I don't know if she should be.
Zach, you got that one lined up for me?
Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I was dealing with an audio thing.
Yeah,
it's me, It's my mic.
We got a little echoey from you.
This house I'm in is huge. Look at it. You know how much I spent on this house?
It's a nice room.
Huge place.
Probably like $3 million.
It's a huge place in Hollywood.
Nice ambience.
But I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, just bear that in mind as we plow through this story. So let's watch.
Creator Clash 2 and 1 by a single point still counts.
And I'm Aaron. I fought and lost, and then fought and won in Creator Clash.
It was like a Rocky 2 moment.
You
lost in Rocky 1, but you won.
Yeah, 2 was a big comeback for me, so I appreciate that.
Can you just pause this for a second? Did you know that it was me that beat him up? I was the one that won that fight in that first Creator Clash. Yeah,
you had like 4 inches on him, right?
Yeah, I was like 100 pounds too, and I think I knew about it. I think I knew about it way earlier, and so I was there was so many reasons. He's a very brave guy, and I was like, why is he doing this? And halfway through training, I was like, oh, he owns the whole thing. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
He said, oh yeah, nah, he gonna box. That's tough. He said, yeah, we got to get something out of this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I still think it was pretty brave. I remember watching that and be like, that guy's pretty nuts to get in the ring with someone so much bigger than him.
Oh, I would never do that. I would never. And he was psyoping me. He's crazy. He was really like, he was calling me up and he was like, yo, my coach just made us stop sparring because I punched him in the stomach, and he trains Olympic boxers, but he said I punched him too hard.
He said, nah, nigga, you gonna feel this intimidation. Watch this. Head ass. Like.
So we took, and he literally said this. And I panicked, and I ended up training like 3 times harder because I was like, I can't get fucked up by Aaron. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
My fucking pride. No.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I couldn't. No, I couldn't imagine.
Well, Creator Clash 2, I did get fucked up by someone smaller than me, but he was on a lot of juice. But I got punched out of the ring. It was a nice
That
little
was
gamer
a fantastic, and despite all that, it still lost money.
Yeah, that's true. That makes me feel terrible. Okay,
It's not your fault.
Let's move on.
It's really not.
But it's okay. Don't worry, because
We know whose fault it is.
Nisa.
But I really am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
And did you have any regrets about the way you handled the event?
I guess not.
She says it right before. Right before she goes, honestly, I have no regrets. Here they are talking about the new format of the event.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But yeah, today we just wanted to make a video to clear up some questions that people have. It's been kind of rocky communication-wise the last couple of months, and so we just wanted to sit here and clear a bunch of things up. So let's get to it.
Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anissa had like stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They have actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anissa.
You know what I would like to know as well? Were they financially compensated for stepping away?
That's a good question, honestly. But I would assume I doubt it because they're giving that 34% profit share that was supposedly theirs originally to the fighters now. So I would imagine not, but
I have a thought on that also because that's a valid question.
Like, were they bought out?
I just don't, and like I actually listen. I've met these people, and and I never got the any bad vibes, but I mean, you have a very different experience than me. I've never heard of a YouTuber being like, oh, whoopsies, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to step away for free and not make any money on it.
And that's why I'm so sus on that shit when they just like stepped away. I'm like, bro, y'all put down again. I keep mentioning this shit too all the time, but y'all put down a deposit and shit for the Anomaly Arena and all that shit. Bro, y'all can't just walk away, bro. Bro, was that shit just free cheese? I know y'all don't got free cheese. What the fuck happened in CC2? I'm like, nah, bro. Y'all still connected in some way. I don't know it for a fact, but Trilly theories. We're gonna have to be conspiracy timing. Some shit looking off.
More, and that's that. And if that were really true, and I really did do that, and Creator Clash said that I was taking 34%, I would somehow demonstrate, like, no, I literally did.
This is all pure altruism. Yeah,
exactly. That's actually a good point on Harley saying, like, yeah, if you really did, you would expressly being Ian and Nisa clarify this in like all matters you can, because it's already bad enough. You two are known as fucking hypocritical liars, like blatant fucking liars, and like obviously with the fucking Ian and the content deputies, like you motherfuckers handle information bad as shit. So you would probably want to clarify as much as possible so niggas can't make more shits, like coming up with more shits on how you could fuck it up even more or do more bad shit. But no, that's the incompetency of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This is where it is now. You have to question, and you don't have to, but people will question everything.
Right. Well, at this point,
every step of the way.
Completely valid.
But I was about to say, yeah, like now, and at least to this point within this whole like drama arc or whatever, between like H3 and Ian and Anissa, yeah, nah, everything that those two motherfuckers do gotta be we gotta look down at the finer details. We gotta put a magnifying glasses on y'all asses, bro. Y'all too snaky. Shit is crazy
to pose those questions, and I really do think that these are questions that they need to answer.
They're obviously Jewish.
What is that? Why does she keep saying that? It's completely irrelevant. She's talking about us, man.
I know, but I like the way she says Jewish.
Obviously Jewish.
I don't. Give me flashbacks. It's giving me generational flashbacks.
To have stepped down completely. There's no creative involvement, there's no financial involvement, there's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake they actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
Throw your questions in Aaron.
They should have never had a financial fucking stake. It's again a charity event. What happened with the last one? No money went to charity. So for this one, you shouldn't even be worried about paying yourselves. You should make sure that money actually goes to a fucking charity. But again, that was not the original plan.
So this part I'm confused about too, because here he's like framing it like it's a nice thing he did. I think they're just being diplomatic in the video.
Yeah.
But the sneak diss was placed in the FAQ at the very bottom. Oh, and by the way, these scumbags were about to take 34%.
You're focusing on that one, but I think also the other one where it's like about the charity element. It's also in the FAQ.
Yeah.
Because they say this is a traditionally for-profit event. None of the events money going to charity.
Yeah, like the ticket sales, pay-per-view sales, like shit like that is not going to be counted towards the fund. That goes to the for-profit side. Yeah.
I think that's also.
They said that in the video, right?
It's also on the FAQ page.
And I think they say that exactly in the video.
Probably also.
Yeah.
But isn't that also a sneak diss in a way? Because Ian and Anissa always call this a charity event.
Well, you would think so.
This is not a charity
Well,
event.
after CC1, this shit was a charity event. Before that, I ain't gonna lie, this shit was a charity aspect.
Again, confused by the new ownership because they're like, and we're going to keep doing the same model.
Except I don't think they are calling it a charity event.
I think they are.
No, they're calling this a charity event for sure. The line appears there and Esther and then Aaron, not in the video. They literally say like they're trying to do a good thing for charity. No, yeah.
Or at least they're giving that
impression.
If you look at the
atmospheric
at the FAQ page,
sure, absolutely, with pleasure.
Where there's a question: what's happening with fundraising and charity?
Great question, by the way. What's happening with ticket refund? I'm looking for when and where.
Like the fifth one down there.
Here you go. Fundraising efforts will continue and expand in the lead up to the new event date. All funds raised so far are secure and unaffected. The Creator Clash 3 broadcast will once again be run as a charity stream.
Oh.
With Stand Up to Cancer remaining our exclusive beneficiary. Funds raised through the Creator Clash Tiltify campaign go directly to the charity. Well, of course they do. That's how it works.
I would assume so. I would really hope so in that case.
That's like being like, all money we give to St. Jude's goes directly to St. Jude's.
It's like, yeah, I would hope.
Okay.
Yeah. All donations and designated fundraising proceeds go to them. So,
keep reading.
While Creator Clash is a traditionally promoted for-profit event, that's definitely a sneak diss, I think, to how they've been running it.
Wait, yeah. While Creator Clash is a traditionally promoted for-profit event, see, this is so funny because traditionally, originally, like iDubbbz directly said on the John, he wanted to have a charity aspect to this shit. The main thing he and Anisha were worried about initially when coming up with the whole Creator Clash idea was fucking throwing parties and trying to make a fucking VidCon and shit. Again, being clout fucking parasites, clout leeches and shit. No, that's what they were worried about. So yeah, this might low-key be a sneak diss. Well, traditionally, the shit was supposed to be for profit on some clean shit, like a normal boxing event. Yeah, it kind of got mucked up. What the fuck?
The financial success of the event does not impact the amount raised for charity.
That part.
Wait, yeah, the financial success of the event does not impact the amount raised for charity. So basically what you're directly saying is that whatever money comes out and is profitable for the event directly, I'm assuming by things like ticket sales, pay-per-view and shit like that, is not money that's going to be going to the charity, the Tiltify and shit like that. Which, if that's the case, this is no charity event. We're back to having an aspect.
That part to me is shocking to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, because
if you're talking about a charity event, everybody going to the event feels good about if the event does well, charities get more money.
It makes people more generous. It makes people open their pockets.
It makes the influencers be more invested.
They're more generous with their time.
It's like if Games Done Quick had a cap, and that was fundraised and everything else was separate. It wouldn't have that endless sky's the limit. Oh, last year's Creator Clash fundraised this amount or whatever, you know what I mean? I guess there is no ceiling cap for it, but the fighters don't have the motivation to promote the event in that case. Well, there's no it's just a separate. They're two separate things. They just feel different. Like right now, the fundraiser happened. The Creator Clash fundraiser happened, but
that's what I'm saying. There's no incentive to to donate to charity in that aspect, especially if you're wanting to do so by buying a ticket or things like that, because it's just not going there.
There's still people boxing but the financial success of that isn't going to charity. So the charity aspects.
It's not a charity event. That's like
it's not a charity.
It's like
I'm about to say that's just what it boils down to. Like it's just directly not a charity event.
Taco Bell, and they've got a little plastic
tip jar
piggy bank for a quarter for starving kids. And so it's a charity Taco Bell. It's a charity restaurant. No, it's not.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
not.
True. It's they've made it two separate things.
Yes.
So the boxing event is not a charity event.
Right.
You have to pony
if I'm buying a ticket to the event, I'm not donating.
No, you
I
have
still need to.
Yeah, you would still like, for instance, if you went on the creator class shit and like went to go buy a ticket, like there was an add-on thing, like you could add on a donation on top of buying your ticket. So for instance, say you buy a ticket for however much or whatever, then I'll have like a thing like donate $10, donate $15, donate $20 or whatever, and that part of like overall in the transaction, your ticket and the part of like the donate would go to the charity or whatever, like the part that you donated, but the ticket part, I'm not seeing that in the donations. So what are we doing?
Go and donate separately if I want to donate.
Who the fuck's doing that? If you want,
for me, that's so confusing. Like when I make a T-shirt for charity and Teddy Fresh, people are buying the shirt and money from the shirt.
Money. Like, I see what you're saying. Like money, that money, like obviously part of the shirt, like part of the commission from the shirt money or whatever would go to charity. I understand.
Profit goes to charity. So I'm making less profit because I want to do a charity.
You're not making anything.
Yeah.
You're donating your time, your company's time, your workers' time, your production time, your production means.
But that's what makes it a charity.
Exactly. That's what makes it a charity.
Because for the customer, you get to just buy a thing.
They're missing
and know that your money goes to charity and get a thing.
I think they're missing the whole point of doing a charity, which is the charity aspect.
Oh, the infamous words. I can't even talk. Jesus, y'all see me? Oh, you're dying. Fuck was that? But anyway, we just want to have a charity aspect to it, you know? Like, head us.
See, part of doing charity is there's a charity aspect to it. I think they're missing that part.
Yeah, Creator Clash 1 was a different setup. It had the boxing event raised the money, and it did a good job. You know what I mean? The second one obviously didn't.
Did not at all.
And fighters got paid. And they got paid an amount, and it was something that people spoke about after the first event. But fighters got paid, but because the event raised 1.2 million, people didn't care if a bunch of fighters got 50K. Some people did, definitely, because they didn't know beforehand. But the fighters didn't. We didn't know beforehand that money was going to exist. They kind of like surprised us with it. So I guess they had lofty aspirations for the next Creator Clash and the next Creator Clash, because once again, I just don't see YouTubers being like, hey, here's all this.
But that's the thing, too. It's like I can totally understand the aspect of like, okay, we did really well the first time. We'll probably have like a pretty decent turnout the next time and all that shit. But to just overshoot, bro, to think that you're most definitely going to get a more fucking motion than you did the first time, we might have been a little too confident. Actually... straight up directly, Ian and Issa, you dumbasses were too confident at us. Like, fuck, yo.
Extra money, you guys get money. They probably just had a vision and aspirations for it that were, maybe they felt it was just fair to give something.
They should.
I'm just thinking. I'm always thinking about it. I don't have any answers. I just like ponder.
This whole thing could have been avoided if they just didn't do this whole charity aspect. It's just
right, fucking Ian, after CC2 failed, obviously lost the 250K. We all know about that, right? He goes on, obviously does the fucking charity stream. He reaches $187,000, and everyone keeps saying, brother, you might as well have just did this fucking stream. Nigga, fuck the Creator Class shit, bro. Clearly you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're the most incompetent boxing promoters of all time. Nigga, just keep fucking embarrassing yourself, or you should have just did this humiliation ritual off the beginning. Adisa would have still been dunking on your ass during this shit. I mean, the IBS clipping looking too hot. Like, either way from that shit, bro, what were you doing this event for if the main shit was just to raise the money? Because you could have easily not fucked up that whole event and still raised the cheese by doing that dumbass stream. Like, bro, what? Come on, man.
Deceptive, it is. You're just coercing people to be more generous, to spend more, and at the end of the day, The only way charities get money is if you also go to Tiltify and donate directly, which, by the way, nobody fucking is going to do that. Like, nobody knows to do that. It's just...
There's the factor of no one is going to go out of their way to do it. It's like, you have to go through all these hoops and go find the exact link to get to the Tiltify and all that shit. Like, bro, most heads, bro, they doing 2 clicks max on the shit, buy a ticket, they out. Like,
no charity event that works like that. It's just
the
bananas.
other way they're using it is like, how dare you criticize a charity event?
That's the other thing. These people have been going, Ethan's trying to fuck with a charity event. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he now? Because I know 2 certain dumbasses that confirmed fucked with a charity event. So let's talk about their asses. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, my nigga? Yo, that shit is crazy, yo. We should talk about the 2 motherfuckers who again lost $250,000. We should ask them if they truly think that wasn't fucking the event up. I wonder what their response would be. Interesting. Like, what are we talking about?
Hey, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to save charity. I'm on the side of charity.
You know, in the second creator clash, we found out months later that it didn't make any money and that it lost money.
Isn't that crazy? Because then
Nah, months later is fucking wild. Like, they shelved that info from the fighters, too. Funny enough. Actually, not funny, because, yeah, they still been hiding hella info. You already know with the whole situation of Harley dropping out. One of the main reasons for that is because they fucking lied to Harley, bruh. Saying that everybody else was cool with them dropping the content cops and shit like that. Like, yo, they always been snaky, bro. This shit is really wild. Oh, my God.
You have the podcast of her saying they already knew it at the gala.
Yeah, so that was something where I'm like, okay, so we didn't know until months later.
Fucking Anissa, it felt like we were in a movie. I'm like, bro.
And then it got me thinking, like, you know, I, for whatever reason, had ended up separating from the event. I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And then I'm curious if they knew then how the event was going to play out. Like, did they really just decide within those 2 weeks, oh, this event is going to lose $1 million? They must have already had ID.
That's what I'm saying. No, this shit was obviously predetermined, but you already know it was predetermined because they already had the ideas to do the fucking galas, the party, and try to fly all these different creators out and shit like that. So they already had it in the books to fry them bitches up because they obviously we're prioritizing other things with the financials instead of the main thing, donating to charity. Like, bro, this shit is crazy.
He is like, oh, we're thinking about not doing the event because it seems like
You're talking about
no disrespect
the third one or the second one?
Third one. Sorry, the third one. No disrespect to me and LA Beast, but like me backing out and that fight not happening isn't a game changer for the whole event. So they still had an event. But then, 2 weeks later, they're like, yeah, it's going to lose $1 million. And it's like, well, you must have known that for a long time.
Exactly. Is that what they told you? I didn't know that. That's new detail.
Because my question is like, yo, y'all motherfuckers know y'all initial budget. So, like, bruh, you clearly planned things out. You knew what expenses you need. Actually, you didn't know what expenses. Because, again, coming off that shit, if you did know them, you wouldn't have did these galas and shit. But, like, obviously, you knew what set amount of money or whatever it would roughly take to do everything. And it's like, yo, you just went against that shit. This is y'all fault.
Damn, that's a new detail. I didn't know. Yeah, apparently the event was going to lose $1 million.
They knew it was about to lose $1 million. Well, they're breaking
I don't know
records.
if they know that. That I don't know. I'm like, I wonder if it was information withheld from the fighters, because in the first creator clash, it's like you were privy to every conversation, every step along the way. But then as it went on, like in this one, things are, rightfully so gate kept. But we all have our audiences. Some of them might be buying tickets to this event.
Exactly. That's why you need to be clarifying on that. Because, again, you don't want creators vicariously through fucking this creator class shit scamming their audience or some bullshit.
And flights, because I told them to.
Right.
If you're going to cancel the event, you got to let me know right away so I can tell my audience, hey, don't buy a ticket to Florida yet.
Exactly.
They might not do it.
Or try to get a refund if you still can, right? Like on flights.
And I think they messed the communication of that up big time, every step of the way.
They knew that, though. There's no way they didn't know that. And the whole thing of the third one happening, I think, kind of surprised all of us because, you know, how is it going to go better
I
than this?
still don't even understand how the concept of a third one even came up after y'all lost $250,000 fucking on the second one, bro. You should have deaded that shit the fucking day you saw the red in your bank account.
Second one. A lot of people are saying they meant to lose money this time. I don't understand the benefit of that.
Yeah, like, that is the worst intentional plan ever. What optics are you building from this shit? It would just result in an even worse shitstorm than now. But I mean, we don't know if they intentionally did or didn't. I'm just gonna assume, which is probably the most likely case, they're two idiots and just fucked it up, and here we are.
I understand how that benefits anyone, but I did not understand why the fuck they were gonna do it a third time. And I think it was gonna lose. It was never gonna be successful. If Ian never made the content cop and there was never this whole shitstorm around that,
oh no,
it was never going to succeed. Because last year on the Creator Clash 2, there was tons of hype, energy. It seemed like organically it was about as hyped as you're going to get, and they still lost $250,000. Mm-hmm. And they're bringing on, you know, throwing it together where there's even less interest this time, you know. And
I gotta say, just thinking like YouTuber brand, I always default like, what would a YouTuber do? And I know obviously all YouTubers are different, but they're still YouTubers. And I think about it, if you had this event and it wasn't going, and I don't think this, but if you had this event and it wasn't going to go well, the content cop is like one of the greater Hail Marys you could possibly do.
It's an exit
to get
plan.
A mass amount of clout, or as an exit plan.
Yeah, actually what Harley's saying, like, to get like the last hoorah, big ass rise in viewership and shit, because obviously the content got like, I think like 7-8 mil or some shit. So taking like all that audience and obviously pushing it into the event so that shit can still be like successful, quote unquote, because obviously we know it's fucking not. Like, in that way makes sense, but obviously optically, it's the worst decision I've ever fucking seen, and probably one of the worst plans of all time. But a theory for you by Harley.
Also, that's another, or maybe you're just like, it goes either this way and we have something, or it goes that way and we don't. But it's not like we couldn't run the event. There was an outside force that prevented us from being able to do the event.
I think that's making more and more sense, honestly. It feels like, we're all speculating, and I mean, we kind of have to because there's not enough information, but it does seem like it could have been one of the motives to do Content Cup. Because they already knew this was
though. Just so they can blame me.
That's like, it just doesn't make any sense. If that was the real case, like, say it would have come out that this is exactly what the plan was. This was Ian's like motion to do this shit, bruh. Like, bro, so you literally wanted to destroy your optics on like the literal most holistic level that we've ever seen in our lives, right? Just so Creator Class, an event that you already fucked up and ruined the stigma around, could like do some shit and it still failed. And then on top of that, so you could like destroy your fucking friendship with Ethan, alienate everyone from his audience that actually magically somehow still fucked with you, bro. Oh my god damn it, bro. Ian and Issa, you motherfuckers.
Well, but they could kind of like,
that doesn't make sense, you guys, because
sorry, it's crashing. I'm stepping down.
I mean, I do think it's funny how they all try to blame me. But I don't know if you guys
oh
heard.
My god, bro. That's reminding me of the fucking Ian take. He was like, I'm sorry, Ela, you know what I'm saying? Maybe people on the internet will say that you have to take accountability for this. Like, Ian, no, motherfucker. The only motherfuckers taking accountability is you and Anissa. Like, what the fuck? This shit crazy.
They actually did this as a mercy to me. They thought I was going to come to my senses and we were all going to sing Kumbaya and I was going to help them promote the event. So how could it be that they had any other intentions than that?
Right.
Clearly.
I believe them.
I believe them. I don't think they've never lied to me or to hundreds of thousands of people who are paying into their event or their creators.
I might disagree.
Or their partners potentially. Anyway, where are we? We're here.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you have to acknowledge,
yell at me now.
we have to acknowledge that they, set the foundation for this event.
Yeah.
And it started out with such a positive mission statement. That's why I wanted to be involved in the first place. It is such a cool idea. A bunch of creators getting fit, punching each other in the face, and it's for charity. I feel like the message is so inherently positive that it's a shame that it became this dramatic internet thing.
It is a shame, isn't it? And whose fucking fault is that? You want anyone that points their fingers at me.
The questions we really need to be asking.
Just know you've got 4 motherfucking fingers pointing back at yourself.
Even at this point, she's saying it's a cool thing we could do, and it's for charity. That's the added plus.
Yeah, I feel like
Is
they're being
everybody as shocked as me? It's not for charity.
well, and that's a new revelation, but that's not a new change, right? That's how they set it up.
That's not you. This is what the whole shitstorm that currently is about.
Yeah.
That post on our subreddit got 4,000 plus votes about the revelation that there was a 34% stake going to these 2 dipshits.
And I'm just very glad that attempts are being made to fix all that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest questions that people have is about how the event was run in the past and what is going to be different about it now, because obviously the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million raised.
Oh, what's my favorite thing, Harley? You might have seen this. Do you have this soundbite of Ian saying, are you at the computer, Zach, or is he up?
I think he's in the restroom.
Oh. This Ian is talking about how when they found out they lost money. And he's like, yeah, so we lost 250,000. We spent a lot of money on parties and stuff. But
dumbass, bro. Fucking galas, bro. Shit is so
the first time I woke up and everybody was gone and I didn't get a chance to process my trauma. So what we needed to do was throw 2 lavish parties for ourselves so that we could all congratulate ourselves and console each other on self-inflicted trauma for charity, or not even in their case. Apparently they're making money. And then he goes, I wouldn't change it for the world.
I think he would. I think he would.
Yeah.
I'm sorry? You lost $250,000.
I for sure think he would.
You admit you wasted it on these lavish fucking vanity parties.
Hey man, I don't know if you want to go ahead and have a gala this time. Oh no, I'm not too confident in it.
And then you say to the camera, we wouldn't change it for the world. How about not having the fucking parties?
That'd probably be a better idea.
Yeah.
Let's start there, right?
when I first went down to the lobby and I pulled up to the gala, it's their thing. It's not my thing. They could do whatever they want, but I definitely was like, this is not a necessary part. This is not a necessary part.
Yeah.
And I was once again pocket watching. I was looking at everything.
Yeah.
I was looking at every creator that was there. I'm like, oh look, there's dozens of people from Smosh here. They all got rooms. There's no way that everyone.
They all got rooms.
From Smosh, all 10 of them are like.
Every single one of these niggas got a fresh suite. Fuck,
a bed,
True.
Right.
But still, I'm like, they all got rooms. I'm looking at it, I'm like looking at everything. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of fucking money.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm being really,
what?
Oh, he's still in the bathroom.
This is why I'm gonna keep stamping it in, bro. Anissa and Ian are fucking clout parasites. Yo, fuck all these niggas, bro. Y'all need to worry about what the main aspect of y'all shit was supposed to be. The fucking charity, bro. Fuck all these niggas coming. Fuck having a son, having a damn penthouse, a suite, bro. What the hell?
No, I wanted that.
Yeah, he's where's Zach? Zach!
Coming.
Don't wipe that ass and get in here.
But to be honest, 2 massive galas flying out a bunch of dipshit, flying out denims. Fuck.
I need y'all to look. You know what? No, let me take them off. I need y'all to look me in my face, look me in my eye, and tell me why the fuck is it in any relevance for Denim's ass to be there? Oh, right. You can't give me an answer because I couldn't give myself one because there is fucking none. Like, yo, what the hell are we talking about? Niggas out here prioritizing flying out fucking denims, nigga. What? Aren't y'all? Did you niggas forget that the main shit y'all are doing this for is for children with cancer? Like, bro, this shit.
Fucking denims and Frogan flying them out. Can you imagine? Nobody's denied it.
I could not imagine if a nigga looked me in my face and was like, yo, we used part of the budget to fly out fucking Frogan. Bro, that's the most justifiable crash out I've ever seen, bro. I swear to God.
Okay. Nobody's denied it. I'm pretty sure you flew them out.
I think they have. I think they have.
No,
like,
they didn't.
Like repeatedly.
You show me. I mean, show me where they denied it. I'm obviously
That part to me doesn't even fucking matter. Like, obviously, duh, you don't want to spread no misinformation. But the factor of you're prioritizing all these different creators and shit to be there and they have literally nothing to do with this event. Just, they have fucking clout, so therefore, maybe some of their clout will rub off on me. Nigga, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that. It's dead in the water.
Retract if that's the case. But as far as I can tell and from what I've discerned is that they paid for them. Just show me.
I think...
That's the button, folks.
Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever.
Just let it go.
What's going on?
No, he was wondering if the button worked.
Oh, is the button pressed?
Yeah.
Button moment.
Oh, okay. So now you're gonna say something racist?
No.
We're so too late. I already did.
Too late. Already.
Okay. Welcome to behind the scenes.
That's weirder than I thought. I thought I was in trouble.
We have the camera on you, Harley. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, I was gonna say that the spaghetti at Jollibee.
So anyway, the SpaghettiOs, right? Like.
I was gonna say that the flights are like, yeah, I don't know if they paid for flights or whatnot, but everyone got hotel rooms, you know.
Do you have some information on that? Like,
well, I just know that the hotel had a ton of security because of all the drama from the event. And
so do you know
they were stingy with giving fighters rooms. So, like, you know, I had other people that came in, stayed not in the hotel, because I'm sure they gave rooms to creators. I'm assuming.
So everybody in that hotel was covered, probably.
I just can't imagine a lot of the creators coming in and I think they did get a hotel.
And so was Denims and Frogan at that hotel?
I'd seen Denims. I don't know if I saw Frogan.
So, are you taking cross with that they provided them hotel rooms, right? Because that seems to be something that's pretty well substantiated.
I think they rented the whole hotel and they did that.
I was gonna say, didn't they get like the whole entire hotel though? Like that's definitely stamped in.
Yeah, but it was like, and then you have the next night after the fight. You have that night there was a hotel, I believe. So it's like another you that cost of the whole extra day.
Beyond.
Damn, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, I'm just thinking of like the fucking budget because nigga, you have to damn near rent out this entire hotel. Like, bro, what the fuck, bro? There's no way in hell, bro. Actually, well, there is a way because we clearly seen it go to shit.
Yeah.
And by the way, as someone who's like kind of thrown parties on a way smaller scale, that shit is expensive.
It's so expensive.
Like a gala for like
to like pay for hella amenities and shit like that. You got to make sure there's enough like food and shit. Like, bro, fuck that.
Hundreds of people. That's gonna add up. What close to $100,000 maybe for one of those parties, right? So
yeah.
Nice. Anyway,
and I get it. Like I get it. Like the need to want to do it, but it's just one of those things where you look at it, and I mean, once again, it's not my thing. But I would have been like, oh, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Just not even that. I would have just been like, yo, this shit is not in the fucking budget. Y'all niggas can't be clout parasites. Next. The fuck, like, bro, what are we doing? Like,
something that is in the cards for what this event is and how it's positioned as. And
I
if
think
there's aspirations to make it so, maybe that's later down the line.
I think they misunderstood because there are swanky charity events, but that's because they're courting super rich people to donate a fuckload of money.
Exactly. Like if you're fucking courting Jeff Bezos and this nigga about to donate you millions, then it's like a whole different shit, bro. This is again like a YouTuber boxing event, John, bro. I ain't gonna lie, where like you could obviously easily have it more stamped out and budget this shit. Because it's on a smaller scale, more or less, than like that type of shit. But even within that, like scheduling events like this is hard, regardless. Like, duh. But yo, this is why you get this shit pre-planned and have this shit already established. But I guess it wasn't.
Right. But like when you pay like $1,000 to go to like a charity fundraiser where like Bill Clinton is there or some
galas.
shit, like that's not what you're doing.
Well, when I went to the gala and I was playing it in my head, trying to make things make sense, I did at least visualize a charity aspect that would be at that gala. People would pay an extra $10K to have an invitation to this type of party.
Yeah, why the fuck well, I guess I argue with myself. If I say, why would they not make these niggas pay to get in? But then again, a good amount of these niggas got more clout than them. That's why the fuck they wanted them here. Like, so why the fuck would they pay to come to a nigga that they got more emotion to?
Because of the atmosphere that was cultivated. There was a lot of big streamers there and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. But they didn't want them there.
Right. That's not this time. Maybe it was I'm just trying to make it make sense as I'm experiencing it.
Well, anyway, here we're getting to where they explain what the fuck. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's 3:40. We'll get there by 5.
That was incredible. Second year, we upped the stakes. We made it a little bigger, and unfortunately, it did not pan out in the way that we wanted. And there was no money raised for charity, which was so heartbreaking, like especially like fighting in it, putting all of that time and energy into doing this thing. And like I know for a lot of us, especially you, Alana, you are always doing charity stuff, and to put yourself in the ring to fight, a big reason that we did it was because it was like, okay, it's for a good cause, it's for charity, and then when you go and do it and no money is raised for charity, that sucks.
Yeah, I've been pretty candid with you about this, Aaron, about like how disappointed I was and how like burnt I felt by it. And I was talking to a separate fighter who's not in the room about this just yesterday. It was like, you work so hard. I had a family member who was in the hospital with cancer at the time, and the thing that like kept me going, that stopped me from quitting and just going to be with them, was I was like, this is for charity. You're raising money for charity. You're raising money for a good cause. You got to keep going, and it was so hard. And then when I found out that we didn't, I think I cried. Like I was so disappointed.
That's really sad.
It was
it's super sad.
Very difficult to like
Harley
take away
thinks it's
positive
funny though.
feelings
Look at
from
his
the
ass
event, even
giggling.
because I was just so
Your
crushed
misery
by that news. And
amuses
so,
you,
like,
doesn't it, Harley?
when
That's not at all from that. Actually,
I know. I'm just kidding.
I swear to God. Okay.
Yeah, I was giving you a hard time.
Don't do this to me now.
You said up, Harley canceled? Like,
you're good.
Real good turn called and asked if I wanted to host the pre-show again. That was my first question, is how can you guarantee to me that that is not going to happen again? So what are the changes?
Yeah, and
Froggy Fresh is here.
likewise, like we were
Froggy Fresh, the whole gang is here.
He said Creator Clash 2 management wouldn't let me buy my family a room at the hotel in CC2, said there were no more rooms available.
Yo, Froggy Fresh was obviously one of the fighters from CC2. He got kicked off because, he went to go train with Sam Hyde or whatever. Y'all know fucking Sam Hyde gives I-dubs nightmares, yada, yada, all that shit. But yeah, more to add to the situation. Like, literally, you gotta be kidding. Froggy Fresh on the card. He couldn't even bring his fam because, again, motherfuckers like Hasan need a room. Shit is fucking stupid as hell.
Because I guess that's the rooms they were using for everybody they brought out.
Okay, so sorry, they wouldn't let them stay in the hotel.
They wouldn't let him get rooms for his family at the hotel.
That's what I was saying, that they were stingy with the hotels, and I think it's because they had ideas that the creators would be there, and maybe creators didn't want
that's
other
true.
YouTubers, disgusting normie families there.
He told us.
pheasants. Not next to my room.
Just that. He said we had the whole hotel for the creators where no one else was allowed in because somebody was accused of stalking. Remember what happened there? And then Ian spilled the beans that like nobody else was allowed.
Is that AV and
oh yeah, was it
Doolittle?
Was it Doolittle? It was Doolittle.
I don't know if it was Doolittle, but
yeah, I think it
there
was.
was at the first event. It was open to the public, and there was tons of people there, like fans that were coming up to us everywhere and like staying there like overnight to get pictures with everyone. The second event, I think they reserved the hotel, but if you wanted an extra room besides for you and your coach, I believe there was like a special rate you could get, but it was I remember it was like sort of expensive. I remember correctly, so that's why. The day before my fight, my cousin and my little brother slept in the same room. We got them an air mattress, and they slept on the floor on that air mattress.
Yo, W air mattress shit, bro. I swear to God, my air mattress sitting right over there, because y'all know, Chili's in his mother's basement. We know how to get down. But, yo, my air mattress right over there. That boy, oh, no. Yo, the battery did me dirt. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, hold on, bruh. Yo, we tweet that. They try to do me dirty. Oh my gosh, we got him. Did he disappear from the cam? Crazy works we got going on. Y'all know how we get down. Is that shit getting edited out? Yeah, no, you must not be know you watching Trill Talks Everything, baby. Hell nah. Hell nah. Never happening. I do need to fix the cam now. No cap. You already know how it goes down. Let's get back into it. Baby.
In your guys' hotel room?
Yeah.
I'll be totally honest. I don't believe a single fucking thing they say.
I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't blame anything for that. Now, do I think that like them over there, obviously with the real good touring, them taking over the John, are they gonna, at least to a little bit of a degree, run it better than Ian and Issa? Of course, I feel like anyone with 2 functioning brain cells could run it better than those dumbasses. But again, like I've been stamping again the entire time, we gonna have to see if that is the case, that this does better, because I'm not confident on that motherfucker.
If Anissa told you that they didn't pay for their room and airfare, I would need to see proof of that, because at this point she is not an honest person. And there's somehow
Ian and Anissa, yeah, absolutely fucking not.
The $250,000 went somewhere. You know what I mean? So anyway. Let's give all the benefit of the doubt to these 2 scumbag bozos. What time is it? Oh, it's time. Hey, welcome everybody. I want to welcome Froggy Fresh, Harley, Muda, Saint Nick. This is a wake for Ian's. This is a wake for Ian's career. And you can finally.
Dang, I ain't even dressed in black. It's crazy.
Give it a Viking burial. We'll push him out down to the river. Let him fall down the waterfall in the very floaty coffin. And
I'm still laughing that it was Doolittle. So
Yeah, it was
this
Doolittle.
whole lore is crazy.
Anywho.
Fighter, and as a producer of the event, it was awful that happened, and the audience too. Like to know that like buying into the event and watching the event, thinking that their money's going to charity, and then it didn't turn out that way. The first 2 creator clashes, they ran on the same model. Naively, we believed that with the first creator clash, that the success of the event would be shared with the charity. So funding it through various sponsorships, but mostly ticket sales and pay-per-view sales, pay for the event, and then everything else is gravy for charity, which luckily worked for that year. We raised $1.3 million for charity. It was great. With that thinking, we moved on to Creator Clash 2, scaled it up a bit, and it turned out that we weren't able to make that money back and to reach those
Yep. I wonder why that was.
Goals, which again was very devastating. So going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors, and we will be doing a traditional fundraising through Tiltify. It's running right now. You can donate it to it right now. We've already raised $238,000.
Yeah. No.
Hold
on.
What?
Yes, see? Yes! Hasan bailed you niggas the fuck out. I kept stamping. I'm like, bro, heads need to really talk about this more. Hasan bailed you niggas the fuck out. You niggas did not raise 238,000. You niggas max got 30K, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro, cause Hasan is 200K of that shit. Bro, without Hasan bailing Ian and Nisa dumbasses out, without Ian being in the fucking cuck chair, bro, y'all would be completely already worse than the last one. Finished. This joint would be finito. There wouldn't even be a postpone to put it up. Like, bro, that joint would be over.
So that was what Hasan raised.
Exactly.
Because Ian kissed the ring and made the content cop for him. He sacrificed his entire livelihood to him. So he raised some money for the event. They did not raise that money.
I'm sorry, but Hasan watching the nuke for charity.
That was me.
How is that related to Creator Clash?
I did.
It's not.
I raised that money,
you literally, if I were you, I would absolutely make that claim.
Nah, frankly enough, no, Ethan can make that claim because, yo, if Hasan wasn't so much of a dumbass, then Ethan wouldn't have to make the vid. If the vid didn't exist, Hasan, dumbass, wouldn't finally be reacting to that shit like a fucking coward. But anyway, barring that, then if he doesn't do that, the stream doesn't exist. Therefore, the charity money doesn't exist. Therefore, Ian and Anissa, oh, y'all would go down. Well, y'all already gonna go down in history for having one of the most flopped fucking content creator events ever. But yo, shit. After all this, I really wouldn't even still be showing my face on the internet now. But if this motherfucker Hasan didn't bail you niggas out, oh boy, that's a no face, no case. We would never be seeing y'all face on the internet ever again.
Ian wasn't even there. He got there at the end of the day.
It's not.
He showed up for like the last hour.
Even a lie, bro. Did they ask me for a license? Now, obviously,
that money was raised watching your video. A video you made.
Now, listen. That's right. Now, would I sue him for copyright infringement? No, because it's absolutely fair use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, absolutely. Mm-hmm. However, you know, I think I'm in my right to say that I donated my video to the cause, and I'm very proud to say that I raised $250,000 for kids with cancer.
Also,
200,000. Sorry,
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the idea of doing it was something that came up during the debate? Hasan was debating you, and he said during the debate, "You know what? Maybe I'll finally watch it for charity." Right? I'll watch the nuke for charity.
Yeah, he said that.
There was no mention of Creator Clash. How is it for Creator Clash?
Because Ian showed up in the cuck chair for the last 30 minutes.
He showed up at the end, and he said nothing about anything. And there was no like, okay, you guys, this is a Creator Clash charity today. Let's go.
I think it was really good what Hasan did. I mean, it's great to, you know.
Sure.
Let's give this.
Hey, now Hasan can have that one. Hey, he did raise $200,000 for charity. I'll keep it a buck with y'all.
Let's give those cancer kids, you know, let's give them some cash, right?
I'm just so confused about the Creator Clash element.
It is for me, what's bizarre and which led to me really like walking away is just the way that it's all intertwined and how it plays out. Like he's there and he's like, we raised this amount of money. So that was the official Creator Clash stream. And it's weird that the Creator Clash fundraiser stream is like, you know, this guy, like just the shit that he was saying. He's saying a lot of crazy shit in that fundraiser. And it's like, this is the event?
Mm-hmm.
This.
Yes, the charity fundraiser stream event is Hasan again after not watching this video for God knows how fucking long, bitching and still saying crazy shit on top of that. That is what is raising most of the charity funds for Creator Clash 3. That was it. Yep, directly. Looks like our optics are doing mighty well. Yo, this shit was doomed. Like, I don't know what to tell niggas.
This is the boxing event. It's like he's sitting here and no disrespect to your video, but like everything is so charged up and it's not at all what the vibe is. And then they come in and you know, these three, I like these people and they're very nice and they're making the event all nice, but they still tie it back to this fundraiser that is just built around this bad energy. I don't understand how that's the official Creator Clash thing and how that's how they're moving forward with it. It's just weird. It's just weird. Makes the whole event's fucking weird.
Bro, and by the way, look at me on the top. I'm such a fucking generous guy. Like, not only did I donate the video that raised the money, look at, we did 2 donations. Did we do 2? We did twice for this shit?
One for Hasan's and one for the
Oh, yeah, you did because you did one time.
Well, the Hasan one would have been lumped in with Hasan's total, though, right?
Oh, they were separate. Dude, we totally dropped the ball because if we consolidated it, we'd be way up here we'd be in third fucking place, dude. This is a travesty.
You should. Is this Tiltify?
Yeah.
Call them up right now and tell them to make it one. Call them live.
You're absolutely right because if you go to top fundraiser here, it has the top 3.
Right.
No offense to Alana, but she is fucking stolen valor. Not belong in the 3rd place. I am the most generous.
Alana donated her what she would have. Last time she did, right?
Which is great. I mean, I'm not saying she's not generous. She's just not as generous as I am.
It's just I do think
you're just not on my level. Not me. But like obviously from the John, like she donates to charity. She does her own work. She even said in the video and all that, John. It's just within obviously the leaderboard of this specific charity. Then Ethan would be there.
I do think it'd be ironic to see you there at the.
We have to.
3.
Lena, are you here?
I think you need to start a fundraiser connected to this to get up on that list.
Yeah, I think you're misreading this chart. This chart is from like collective creator donations, and then the top donors
fundraisers. Oh,
yeah.
You don't have to be a
you
fundraiser.
could combine
the other top donors, John. The fundraiser. This is the links thing I was talking about. So like for instance, obviously I see the 200K right there. This is obviously everyone that donated through Hasan's links during like the charity stream or whatever, watching the content. All the money would go under like Hasan's name, and then obviously IWC's name there. If you donated under his shit, same thing, yada yada. Ethan like donated as an individual.
I see.
Like if you combine the 2 that you gave, you're at $2,001 for some reason, $1 extra.
Well, what we need to do is create a group and then attribute it to that. I need to game all these lists.
You should create a boxing event.
Yeah, you're right. You want to fight in it? It's for charity.
Okay.
It's for charity. Don't worry about it.
The Harley Gets a Jet Ski Foundation?
That's right.
I'm in.
That's right. Well, anyway, yeah, I mean, I really am a great guy. If you just crunch the numbers on it.
Never heard anyone say
what are
the
we doing here?
opposite.
So they raised $240,000, and their goal is $1 million. I mean, what? I'm assuming they have some kind of like fundraising events or stuff planned.
The original plan was that all those like little streams they did where they were boxing and stuff. AB went to one. And like during that whole
he
thing,
was the only person there, and I was the only person that donated. Remember, I gave $1,000 to that one too.
Maybe not the only person, but I think you were the top donor. Yes,
I was a top donor. And this is before they turned on me, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, even though when I go back and watch that clip now, Ian's like, "Wow, Ethan, thanks." I'm like, "Bro, I am the only person in the world."
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
AB and Lena are there, and they're there with enthusiasm.
I was in the back. I was like, yeah, Ethan and Hila, but I was far away from the camera, but you could hear me.
Yeah, exactly. You're the only one in there making a ruckus. I mean, Anissa, she's a more skilled liar, so she was able to fake it more proficiently. My boy, let me see what Love just walked in with. You better show that. What the fuck did you get, man?
I thought it was a 10-piece nugget or something. I guess I got
God damn. Yo, you got a whole fucking bucket, bro.
Open it up. Let me peek inside.
That's the fucking order right there.
This for a week, dude.
Bro.
Lovely. I ain't gonna lie, I know that boy's a good eats.
Look at this guy.
I'm good.
I wanted to impress Harley.
King shit. That's an epic meal right there.
And that's what's up. I used to watch all your stuff, by the way.
Stale.
You gotta come on the pod, bro. We gotta talk about some food.
Talk some fast
Let
food.
me taste one of yours.
I'll send you DM.
All right, go for it.
This is not a good sign.
Yeah.
These are stale French fries.
Don't judge them by their French fries.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
These chickens are still hot. They're still warm. Let's
Yeah,
see.
the chicken's the crazy stuff. That's
a
the
crispy
real
chicken, dude. Listen to this.
It's good. I'm telling you, it's better than KFC in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Dan is
I don't know if
he's
you
a
got the
vegetarian, so
spicy
all he
one,
has is
though.
French fries.
You want to take this?
Dan's vegetarian, only gets French fries.
That's not good, right? They're soggy.
They're like worse McDonald's fries.
Yes,
I was
McDonald's.
about to say they look like the McDonald's type of shit's word.
They're microwaved. They're microwaved McDonald's fries. Like
I'm
later.
with you, Love.
Hell yeah, brother.
Harley, you remember
You got
we
a
went to
bucket
that
also?
restaurant?
That's it. The reheated McDonald's fries. Nobody's buying that shit.
Dude, to be fair though,
AB, you got a bucket also?
Hell
This,
yeah.
this is what happens when I offer to buy lunch, Harley.
I was saying unrelated, Harley. Remember me?
Everybody ends up with a bucket of fucking.
Can you hear me, Ethan, or no? Harley, we went to that restaurant. Me, you, and Ian. They took a picture of us. They put it on their website. Do you remember that?
What? No, I didn't know that it went on the website.
I was we went to that diner. It was me, you, and iDubbbz. I wonder if that's still up.
And we're on the website.
You don't know the good times are there while they're happening.
No, I don't.
Yeah. But is it still on the website?
I don't remember the name of the restaurant. I wanted to check it the other day.
Spaghetti, I'm not doing it.
Oh, no, you think I got burger looking solid.
I won't ever.
Chicken sandwich? No, it's chicken.
Just for the record, I didn't even order fries because you know that shit's gonna be garbage. Every fried chicken place, no fries.
Chick-fil-A has
just
good
chicken.
fries.
Does anybody
True.
want my fries?
That's not French fries though. They do a different thing, kind of.
Waffle fries.
They do their yeah. That's a whole other beast.
This is good. How much is pretty good?
AB, what is that? What was that restaurant called?
I don't remember.
He said, AB, don't you know not to chew with food in your mouth? Yeah, I be doing that shit all the time. Hypocritical Trilly.
It was after this type of
literally about to do that shit right now.
Thing we went to.
Is it called Good Gravy?
You want?
You want the gravy?
I thought you guys said you ate. We got a lot of gravy.
So much.
They send an absurd amount of
That's
gravy.
all gravy?
Yeah, it's all gravy.
Yeah,
I
here,
didn't even
show the
order it,
camera.
it's for
Over on Love's camera.
Am I supposed to dip it?
Yo, what the hell? God damn, they got like 5 things of gravy.
What do you do with the gravy? I don't get it.
The gravy's good with the chicken.
Let me-
It's actually the gravy makes the fries manageable.
That's true.
Oh, that might be true.
So let me. Yeah, let me hit.
Hila, do you want gravy too?
No, thank you.
No,
Thanks.
no, you don't.
I want one. I want one.
Gravy for me.
You can leave it here.
Bring them with me.
I don't need all.
By me, I'm down.
Harley, you need some
You
gravy?
don't have to leave the pile of
No,
gravy.
I'm good. Thank you.
Get some gravy, Dan.
I'm good. I'm good.
So anyway, Knockout Cancer is raising awareness and funds for Stand Up to Cancer. They got to pick a name. Knockout for Cancer, raising money for Stand Up to Cancer. Are we knocking it out? Or are we standing up for it? Like
Standing up to it and then knocking it out in that order.
You can't do both. You're either knocking it out.
No,
or
I mean
standing up.
if it's sequential, it makes sense. You stand up to it and then you knock it out.
Oh, Stand Up to Cancer is is the org that raises money
Knockout
for it.
Cancer is like their name for
Got
their drive.
Got it. Well, that's a little insensitive because they're standing up to cancer. They should be called cheering on, standing up for cancer.
Oh, you think the implication is that they're knocking out?
They're on the wrong
stand-up.
fucking team, man.
Interesting.
100% of your donations received supports burying uranium in poor neighborhoods. The fuck? Did you hear that, Harley?
Oh my God.
I don't understand.
It
Say
says that
again?
100% of the donations go to pouring uranium waste into the public
Into the
waterway.
groundwater. Yeah.
In Detroit.
How much are the how much are the fighters getting paid though?
He said, but do we get $1 though? No. Alright.
Flint. I was thinking Flint. Just because they don't have it bad enough.
Shout out.
So yeah. So what's up? We're gonna do a different boxing event.
Mm-hmm.
Only Jewish people. Oh my God, that'd be really entertaining. You know, Jews are known for their athletic prowess. It'd be fascinating spectacle.
That is kind of an interesting idea, you know. The
What would
bar
the name
mitzvah
be?
blast, the bar mitzvah bash,
Brawl.
the bar mitzvah brawl.
The bar mitzvah brawl, dude.
Yeah.
The Moyal Rumble.
Yo, that's good.
Yeah, I've been
I like how that
workshopping
one
this.
ends,
I have a
though.
whole deck here. I have
How about
I have a whole deck here. for you.
circumcise them?
All right.
I'm like, alright, time to hit the button.
Yeah.
I'ma circumcise ya, buddy. Anyway, what the fuck are we doing here?
That's gravy. That's going straight to charity. So
We're fucking
every
eating
dollar
Jollibee
that
and
is-
putting on a boxing
What
event.
timestamp are you at right now in this video?
Oh yeah.
It's at 6:26.
Okay, so they're getting into all the details.
Okay, so here's the-
this is the part I want to make sure you got to.
Okay, great. So here's the important part. By the way, I watched the whole Jordan Peterson thing.
Oh my god.
That is one of the most insane feats
of endurance. You're right. He was
It's
incredible.
unbelievable how fucking dumb he looks. Yeah.
raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity. The event will be funded by ticket sales, it will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of that revenue.
Yeah, it's basically two separate things now, right? There's the event part, which is handled a very traditional event way, and then the charity is totally separate. So, like, even if you don't like watching boxing, you could still donate to the charity.
No, with all due respect, this does not sound like a charity event.
So, my understanding...
Send your money. If you do want to donate to charity, send your money directly to that charity. Do not send it through this event. I will be damned.
Is that this is not new. This is the way it's always been. Specifically, Creator Clash 3 has always been set up this way. Right, Harley?
What?
Yeah, he's nodding along. And so they're just actually being transparent about that now. Whereas I feel like prior to this...
Nina and Nisa were being fucking scumbag liars and withholding that information. Yep.
They were happy to let people make what I think is the reasonable assumption that it operated in a similar way to the previous ones.
Lie by omission.
Yeah, I don't even know if it quite even raises to that, but it's definitely... I mean, you could just see it in the reaction to this. It seems to be universal that people's understanding... They clearly did not articulate it well enough.
Not a single person was like, oh, yeah.
And this is the shit I'm saying. It's because they obviously know they would get shit for this, John. If we knew beforehand that Ian and Anissa dumbasses were getting 34% of the profit share of the charity event, yeah, do y'all think niggas wouldn't be on ass? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I would be on their fucking ass. As we are here. It's like, yeah, no, of course they did not fucking, they omitted this shit. Like, what the hell?
I don't know if it's lying by omission. I think it was actually just a full lack of communication. There seemed like lots of times where there was just no communication.
That is true on the jump because, like we said again, they were fucking liars. They weren't communicating with their fighters. Again, Harley said this shit. Freddie was saying this shit. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? What a good amount of other fighters like, yo, these motherfuckers on the communication tip was bad, but I still think they were just blatantly fucking lying because now why all of a sudden is it clarified? Oh yeah, man, we were giving that our profit share to the fighters. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
So some information like this was never gonna come around, but I think it's something that should have been said in a video right at the beginning for everyone to understand. And
Well, I think you guys are being...
Why don't we do a poll in the chat from people that bought tickets or were planning to go? How many thought the money from the ticket was going to go to charity?
Or the profits from the
That's
ticket.
just like a base. That's what base level everybody would assume. Like, okay, we're paying for tickets. Obviously, these tickets are the main profit from the event. Like, obviously, you would think that profit is going to be going to the charity because, or at least some parts of it at the very least, because this is a charity boxing event, you know what I mean? So I would assume like people on a base level would make that assumption that the proceeds of their ticket or part of their ticket would be going to the overall John. But no. Like
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to poll. Everybody thought that. Even the fighters thought that.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And answer honestly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We're genuently curious. If you understood it correctly from this say so.
Very good, actually.
Do you think
the purple pie thing is actually pretty good?
Yeah. What's the purple? What is it?
Ube?
Ube.
Yeah, ube. It's like purple sweet potato. It's delish.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
okay.
There's a bunch of products with ube.
Yeah,
like ice cream and stuff.
I love boba.
Wait, what is ube?
Sweet potato.
It's like a
Sweet
sweet. It's
potato?
a purple-looking sweet potato-ish kind of thing.
Cute.
Have you seen the purple boba drinks?
Yeah.
Those are usually
that's usually ube.
Delicious.
Ube.
Yeah, I've never heard of this, John. I ain't gonna lie.
I think you guys are being like nice, but let's be real. Let's think this through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like they're applying a more charity to it. Obviously, you don't want to be, like we clarify all the time, be lying and fucking trying to spread misinformation and shit like some individuals. But at the same time, like, nah, at least in my opinion, no, these niggas clearly fucking lied and omitted that shit. Because like I said, if they would have shared out their information and how much they were profiting from this and being in Anissa, yeah, it would be a shitstorm.
And in Anissa,
even more than it already is.
Through this event, they know everybody thinks it's a charity event.
Exactly.
They continually call it a charity event.
They did.
There's a reason they didn't provide transparency or clarity until now. It's because they wanted to exploit people's goodwill to encourage the success of the event, despite knowing all along that they were completely unconnected. The success of the event had nothing to do with the amount of money raised for charity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're disclosing it now, but there's no shot that they weren't conscious of the fact that everybody thought it was for charity.
No shot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they would be automatically lying. Like, that would be plausible deniability out the ass. Like, bruh, they literally say it all the time. Every nigga stamping it in. Yes, Creator Clash, the boxing event, bruh. Like we said, way before even, like, Creator Clash 2, they were saying charity aspect. But, yo, ever since Creator Clash 2 and beyond, niggas was saying this shit is a charity event. Literally stamped in.
Like, they knew. I don't see any other way. Or they're, I don't see an or. The or would be like, if they're dumbest people alive, but I don't even think even the dumbest person alive.
I'm receiving a lot of feedback that this is a bad poll.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I in the interest of transparency, because obviously I was
theme of the day.
As the creator of the poll, I do bear some responsibility in this, but I think I need to let you know that the chat is largely responding that it's a bad poll. I don't exactly know why. I thought it was a good poll. That's why I made it.
They do say it every time.
Well, I said, did you think your ticket purchase was going to charity? Question mark. Yes or no? Do you find that to be a bad poll?
No, that seems pretty straightforward.
That seems like
but
a
I mean,
good poll.
well, do you think the profits, because the ticket purchase,
a part of the
yeah, like a little bit, like obviously a portion of like whatever ticket price you bought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a part of it.
All right. Well, we can clarify.
This gravy, this is good gravy.
The
good
gravy is so
goodness gravy.
good.
You think that phrase came from someone having really good gravy?
Good gravy.
Good gravy.
Is this your first Jollibee? Is this your first Jollibee experience?
It's
memory.
A lot of ours, it is the first time, it seems. Yeah.
Good gravy.
Nice, guys.
I probably will not order it again, if I'm being honest. Ever.
Why? Why?
It's not my thing.
We just don't. It's a lot of fried,
Fried chicken doesn't impress me.
But if I am to
You can
order
eat
it,
that.
I would definitely get this purple thing again.
I just serve fried chickens.
You should have that.
I will have it.
All right,
you.
I'm done. Anywho, Dan is doing the poll, and I will press forward in the meantime.
Up on Tilt the Fire already. You can get involved immediately.
And it's very transparent of like, okay, you can see the number right now on your screen of how much money we have raised so far. Every cent of this is going to an amazing cause, which is awesome.
I'm glad that you feel that way. We do too.
Sorry to interrupt. I know we're trying to get through it, but what that sounds like is it's transparent and you could see it, and it's like the dangling of a keys so that you could look at the little bar that's raising. But then meanwhile, the event itself is like it pays influencers at a charity level. Some of these people that took the fight do it because they're investing in the event. They would never do $15,000. Might sound like a lot of money to people to train for something, but some of these creators get paid much more than that, and they'll be pulled away from that work to do something like this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people that, like, obviously, not even people, like, the event creator clash, the ones who are clashing creators. If you're a very well established creator and you're posting on like YouTube, Twitch, yada yada, this, that, and the third, you're probably making a good amount of money. I'd probably say even a substantial amount of money. So yeah, if you're focusing on training and shit like that, you're probably not making your videos, you're not streaming, doing this, that, and the third. So that's gonna take away and cut away from your overall, profits in real life, like just your life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can obviously see that. That's why they have, like, the person shit, because it's supposed to be as a cushion, obviously, for training, but also just, you know what I'm saying? Just for life, and just in case, you know what I'm saying, you're not really up to posting as regular because of your training.
So it's like they're investing that into the event, where the financial success is unrelated to charity and will not be looked at by anyone, because everyone's going to look at the dangling keys, which is the charity fundraiser aspect, which is separate from the fight. So now it's like you could have this whole boxing event that's really no different from Jake Paul, except people will get paid less, and it will be able to be shielded as a charity event, even though that's not what it is. They're two different things.
So who's making more if they're making less?
Who's making more?
If they're getting paid less money, then presumably.
Oh yeah. I think whoever owns like Creator Clash, that whoever's filled in, if Ian and Anissa step down, there's probably some very business savvy people that are hungry to make a lot of money off this event.
Yeah. Don't know how the fuck they're about to do that.
I don't know why they're doing this. Like,
yeah, see, as I said, don't know how the fuck they're doing that, because again, the name for Creator Clash tainted by Ian and Anissa. This shit will not make any sense. And I'll tell you what, bro. As long as this event keeps going on and still exists, this event will never crack 1 million ever again. I don't even think that shit might be cracking like 500,000. But I mean, like, hey, let me not hate though, because at the end of the day, if now with Real Good Touring taking over with this, John, if the money that goes within it, which as we're seeing, yeah, you'd have to donate directly to the charity to do that. Yeah, I mean, that'd be good. But the tickets and shit aren't. So,
with peace and love to these three people, they should have. I think it was the good time.
I assume these people are paid.
They're, yeah, I think so too. I guess I'm talking about Aaron and whoever his associates are, who presumed the responsibilities.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the three in this video.
Well, I don't think they own it. I think Ethan and Alana are there just to,
they're not. I misunderstood.
I'm not saying they're previous fighters. Yeah, like the people that own Creator Clash now is Real Good Touring, the production company. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's the part that Aaron's in that job.
Support their buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never done anything quite on the scale of Creator Clash, but we've put together shows and events, and I mean, there is a lot of momentum with these things. It might just be too late for them to not follow through with it on some way. You know what I mean?
The sunken cost that they already have having this event.
But then they're moving it to LA. So how much money are they saving? Like, well, the venue isn't that all new everything?
Right. Well, I guess
and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. They already put down the down deposits in John for like the last arena, and now they have to shift over, cop a whole new arena, set up other Johns. Like, where is this money coming from? And what happened to the cheese that already got sunk into the last arena and shit? Like, this is where the questions are really at. That's why we need to crack open them damn books. Keep saying.
The vendors, I don't know, maybe because they're based in LA, it's cheaper for them than to fly all of their production crew out to Tampa for a couple weeks. And the venue itself being so much smaller, I mean, it's got to be an order of magnitude cheaper to rent the Palladium than it was a, whatever, was it like a 20,000?
Yeah, 20,000
stadium. But yeah, I mean, there might be contracts with vendors that like were already committed and paid for that they can't get their money back. So like Love said, just like a sunk cost thing, it might just make more sense to try and pull something off, you know, to at least get something out of the money that's spent.
I feel like we haven't really appreciated how insane it was that they were trying to fill a 20,000 person arena.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know why Ian and Issa thought these niggas really still had this much motion, especially after Soy Dub's making his fucking BreadTube videos now. Like, you really thought you was about to still bring in some pull? This shit crazy right now, bro. Especially after CC2?
1,000 last time too, right? Creator Clash 2? Is that right?
Oh. How many of those? Oh, how many of those did
and
they
that
sell?
One didn't sell. That was part of the problem.
It did not make money.
Yeah, so I
sold.
I'm not sure if I mean, where was it supposed to be? What was the name of the venue? I'll look.
Amalie Arena.
I think it was the same
one.
Arena. Was
it was the same arena? So again, it
right,
was,
Harley.
Yeah. Amalie Arena, and I think it's like 18 or 20,000, and the last Creator Clash sold like 13,000 tickets. Okay. And that's the thing. If
I
you're
say that's not too terrible, but then again, like the main proceeds of why the money didn't go to charity, I feel like in the aspects is not even mostly because like the shit before, obviously it had less motion than the first one, but like it still had people going. It's because they obviously mismanaged the shit out the funds. But now it's because of obviously one, probably would be that too, but two, it's just their rep is even worse than it was previously, bro. So it's like
if your brand
and the disassociated
and can get 13,000 people in a place, a company like Real Good Touring or Live Nation, all these companies that have been interested, there is a lot of friction to getting that many people somewhere. So it's crazy that they walk away. They had something really fucking special after Creator Clash 1. Like that's something really, really special because even in the face of a failure, people were down to invest in it again.
Well, that's why it's so interesting just how catastrophically incompetent those two guys are. And I think that's what's interesting about this story is if you look at the potential, the success, and then you look at these two people, Ian and Anissa, you have to marvel at their incompetency, their short-sightedness, their greed, their deceptive nature, their terrible business acumen, their terrible content acumen, not good sense of humors. Somebody poops in his pants. One of them poops in his pants.
Caca pants.
The other one also got poo breath.
Right. Yeah.
It just makes you marvel at these two.
Things around the event. We're encouraging the fighters to do their own campaigns, before and after the event. All these efforts are not going to be wasted. We are going to be raising a ton of money for charity. Our goal is $1 million this year. I really think that that's possible to do.
I am not confident in that whatsoever.
I feel like tone it down, bro. Like, why are we what you're setting yourself up for?
I am with Ethan on that. Yeah, like I totally get, because I say it all the time, bro. Like you should try to obviously overachieve, because within overachieving where you actually wanted to be, you'll go like past that shit. So like for instance, I used to always use this analogy with the boss. Shoot. Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Everybody should want to fucking, like, make $1 million and all that type of shit, right? You should want to aim for the Johns. But whatever. But within aiming for $1 million, yo, you should want to aim for 10, because shit, yeah, once we get the $1 million is cool, but shoot, we can go even further, and that opens up that potential for you. But in this case, brother, after last one, we already in the red. I don't know if I'm this confident.
Well, again, that was the goal. It was at $1 million. Is it better to still shoot for that, or is it?
Is that $1 million?
I believe so, right? At least on the Tiltify.
Jesus,
as far as I understood it.
No, I don't think it's better to still shoot for this goal, considering even we were never gonna get relatively close to that in the first place. Again, Hasan bailed out that 200,000, which is a quarter of the John, a quarter way there to the $1 million. So without his John, we would be sitting at maybe 50K. And 50K in comparison to going up to $1 million, it looks pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. But
my point being, is it more embarrassing to lower the goal?
I don't think so.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't think so. I think it would make relativistic sense. Why? Because it's more realistic.
Temporary embarrassment would be like, oh, they lowered the goal to 250,000, which is still a lot of money, as opposed to like, let's throw this event. Dude, there's no shot this event is a success. I'm so sorry. There's no.
This is why I keep saying, I'm like, dude, we just gonna have to see. I am not gonna be sitting here thinking that this shit is gonna do well, though. No way.
Shot. It's not happening.
It is much smaller.
It's much smaller.
It's a much smaller thing.
It was very smart for them to reduce the scale.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
But they have
that was the right call. On that one,
the bulk of the money is going to be coming from pay-per-view either way.
Yeah, but this event, to put this on, I just assume it's so much cheaper. I don't know what the boxing commission rules are and all that, but this is the type of thing where it's like, I hope they sell every ticket.
4,000? Yeah, they probably will sell. They probably sell it, arena.
And it's just got to be built up to survive alone on that and not bank on pay-per-view. So they're just going to go super small with it and probably just maybe play it slow.
I don't think you can.
Creator Clash up over.
Well, we know how much it costs. We put on a live show for 5,000 people.
And our show is not even close to how complicated this is.
Yeah, a fraction of the cost.
How many moving pieces and influencers.
Probably cost them $500,000 at least to put that on.
Ticket sales are bad all across the board now. That's something that everyone keeps talking about. Beyonce's having problems selling tickets.
Yeah, that's because motherfuckers don't really want to go outside like that. Like everything is slowly, again, not even slowly. In these days, it's just rapidly moving with social media, and everyone wants to be ingrained on that shit. Yada yada, this that, and the third. Motherfuckers also getting fucking lazier, bro. Nigga, you gotta remember, you gotta actually go outside to go see a nigga's concert and shit, to go see a fucking boxing event. Niggas don't want to leave the crib. I know for damn sure I don't want to leave the crib. But that's just me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know Trilly. Really don't got no damn life.
I had a friend who was doing an event, two guys with a following, and they were doing an event in Los Angeles and had to cancel it because of, the tickets didn't sell.
Wow.
And they both have followings. It's not an automatic home run, but I think Creator Clash, this is what's interesting about Creator Clash, is the whole time there's been a lot of people that hate on it every step of the way. And when I was involved, I always thought Creator Clash should have someone officially talking and engaging with people like Nicholas DeOrio.
Shout out Pope DeOrio. Once more, we love seeing Pope DeOrio.
It should have, if these people are going to be talking about it. And when I watch a lot of Creator Clash videos that maybe hated on it or had an angle or critiqued it in all levels, a lot of those guys expressed wanting to go to Creator Clash. But Creator Clash has this aspect where it didn't want to embrace a type of fan to the event that came along with it. You know what I mean? It seemed like when I was in Florida, it was different. You're at Creator Clash after the after event, and there's a type of creator, and then you get there and there's another type of creator. You know what I mean? No. Maybe they've been blacklisted or maybe they make content that's different, or maybe their political views. And when I go out in LA, you go to content creator things, all the content creators are the same vibe. But now you were getting...
Oh, yeah, it's because, niggas are in echo chambers. You go out to fucking LA, everybody's in Hasan's orbit.
LA content creators mixed with Florida content creators, and they were different. You could tell they roll in different circles and stuff like that, and maybe even some of them fight each other on Twitter. But there was a way to embrace and almost cultivate what they had there. But it seemed like they wanted to block out a whole type of fandom that liked Creator Clash, and
they wanted to block out the people that didn't agree with them.
Fandom was super critical of it. They were, let's say, even Creator Clash haters, but they all expressed wanting to go. And these are the people that ended up talking about the event 10 times more than the actual people who own the event.
Yeah.
These are the only Creator Clash conversations, and they're not being had by people from Creator Clash. And I end up going on these things, and I'm talking, and then, and then I get a feedback from Creator Clash, oh, is it a good idea to go on these shows?
Oh, they didn't. They're like, please don't speak on our behalf.
Yes.
Oh my God! Please do not go on platforms that's telling the truth about our dog shit boxing event. It probably isn't good for us, Had us. Yeah, I know it isn't. My nigga, you're getting called out for this dumb shit y'all did.
And I was like, denied. Request
denied.
Somebody's got to fucking pull some weight around here. All right, I'm almost done with this video. We're going to make it.
Fighters are really excited to show off their hard work and to support this event and to raise that money. I'm just so grateful that I get to be a part of it and that it's happening.
Yeah. I the reason that
I have an important question.
I think I've watched enough of this.
Okay, just before you close it.
Yeah.
How many people are bothered by Aaron sitting at the corner?
Hila was so upset by Aaron's
Why is he sitting at the corner of
seating
the table?
arrangement. And not only that,
oh wait, I didn't even think about it. Let's see.
You didn't think about it? I can't think about anything else.
He's at the very corner.
Well,
we got quite the odd seating arrangement here.
Getting into a corner, it adds a depth to the frame.
Yeah, but now that it's pointed out, the shot's terrible now.
Yeah. I mean, the back to the overexposed windows, I don't know.
You can't shoot into a bright window. That's psychotic.
I mean, it's not directly
come on, what do you want
into
from
it,
them?
which
They're
is why
boxing.
it's okay.
They're boxing hosts.
Well,
They're not
Aaron, this
content
is
creators.
Aaron's.
What do they know about cameras and filming?
I mean, they made it work in terms of lighting.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
They
all right.
did actually make it work. Yeah. Did you? I know you had a big problem with his outfit, Yila. Is there something you want to
I
say
don't
about
want to
that?
be mean, but I don't know what is this neck. Is it a V-neck? Is it a?
It looks
Not
like
a neck. Not a neck on this shirt is big as fuck. I can't even lie. That's not even me roasting the fit. Nah, that's just like objectively true on this shit, bro. It's not even a V-neck. This shit is a U-neck.
you know how when you see kids with like they have like a anxious habit of like pulling their shirt or sucking on their collar or something. I think Aaron has that.
Yeah. Or he went up to a friend. Sorry. What?
Go ahead.
The mic could be pulling it down.
That much?
How much is that white? What is it made out of? Fucking?
Oh yeah, it's probably the
black
mic.
hole
That makes
material.
sense.
That shit made out of dark space. Like what the fuck?
That makes sense. I was
Shit
gonna
made
say
out of antimatter.
something stupid. I was gonna say he went up to a buddy of his and put his shirt over his buddy's head, so both their heads were in the neck. Is like a little bit, but that's probably not. That's not likely. I think it's the mic's heavy. That makes.
You
more
think
sense.
it's a stylistic thing, or the mic is made out of fucking like palladium or some?
Palladium.
I'm just trying to keep some friends out here, you know.
Yeah.
Shit
Nice.
made out of mithril, bro. Shit gonna be crying.
This guy.
Anyway,
that
I
mic.
don't.
It's that
I have
mic.
no beef with Aaron, so I don't want to make it seem like I am.
I
Game
got
Grumps, they
beef
don't
with
appear
Aaron.
on camera. He's not. He's new to this. It's just voiceover.
That's
Sorry,
not
what?
true.
Yeah.
I don't actually have beef
Yeah, it is.
with Aaron. By the way,
They do both, don't they?
I think in the vast majority of their videos, you
He's
don't
off
see him.
camera.
Yeah.
Well, he's got
Oh,
an
you're
outfit.
saying
He's got an outfit for radio.
Stop.
I didn't say he's ugly. I said an outfit for radio.
I know. I got you.
Unlike me, by the way.
Stand up again.
I've got
Dapper
an
man.
outfit
Yeah.
for all
Not
occasions.
just today. You can't really talk, you Ben.
Yeah. Give us that Denis Plie.
He said, "Oh, drip down to the socks." Like,
I will say Aaron's creator clash outfit was one of my favorites.
His what?
His creator clash outfit, Aaron.
Oh, what he wore to the fight? Yeah.
Yeah,
The pink one.
the pink. I think there was like a bow or something.
yeah, right.
Pulling it.
Trolling too.
Yeah,
This one, right?
I love that.
Show on my screen, Ibby. Yeah.
So you
This
know,
one bows were like so into.
it's like Sailor Moon back too. It's really it was very awesome.
Big fan of that.
Salamin.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. It wrapped up like a gift. Okay, so then after this,
Alright, word. We gonna cut it off there. Y'all know the next part is coming up. The response, Ethan, Harley, Hila, everybody on the pod or whatever, they're gonna go after the next John, IDubbbz response and all that, and then the whole drama going down with Hasan's fucking donation, his very generous donation to the charity, all that type of job. So yeah, we're gonna cover that in the next one. But you already know what it is. Of course, that was IDubbbz situation keeps getting worse. H3 show 153, the segment obviously being the financials of Creator Clash. If you guys want to watch the OG live, as always, down in the description, first link, share the love again, like I'm saying, Ethan, Hila, everybody on the pod, you know what I'm saying, whole H3 fam. Final opinions and conjecture, at least real quickly for this part. I mean, yeah, the financials probably not looking too good. Considering now that's very much stamped in that, like, the ticket proceeds, like, pay-per-view, and then, like, physical Johns or whatever, is definitively separate from the charity, like, the main charity and the Tiltify and all that. And the factor of you have to go out of your way to, like, specifically donate to the charity, it's like, y'all gotta stop calling this shit a charity boxing event. It's not. Dunzo. But I'll keep saying it and stamping it in. We just gonna have to see when October 25th in LA pops around when the date comes, because like I keep saying, I don't know if this boy is going to be successful. And actually, maybe I do, because I do not think so. But I ain't gonna hold you again. Shout out, share the love with everybody, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
you.